Oh, this is KJH.
Yeah, who did you think
I
it
had
was?
no idea. I had no idea who we were talking to.
I can see you guys.
Keep up.
Oh,
keep
really?
Up.
We can't see you.
Okay.
That's sick.
It's a one-way mirror.
Yeah, so I have to play Reeve. And the thing with me and Reeve is every single one of our sets has been last stock, last hit, but I've won every single one of them.
Okay.
And it's like my anxiety, I won't be able to take another Game 5 last stock situation.
You're like,
feel
how
like-
many
you feel like
times
you
can
should
this
for
keep
one?
happening?
I need to 3-0 him tomorrow. I either need to 3-0 him or he needs to 3-0 me because I
Okay.
actually don't think my anxiety can take it.
Yeah.
But I'm
stay
excited.
strong, Pupper. You got this.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It's
But it's been 5. It's been at least 5 times, I think.
just
Like
at
the- like-
regionals or locals?
The last time I played him was the last Full Bloom, actually.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's from Midwest?
Yeah. He's from Kentucky, maybe.
Really?
I don't know. Not sure.
When one player moves a card over to the other player's mat, what does that mean?
So it could either mean that he's reading the card, like if he puts the card back, that just means he read it to see what it does and gave the card back.
Oh, okay.
But there are cards that let you steal your opponent's monsters,
Okay.
so that could be it.
How long have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh? A long time?
Yeah, I used to play. I played from like 2008 to 2012.
So did you ever see some shit like some kids would like do it like in the anime and being like, ah?
Oh,
Does that ever happen, or is that just like am I typecasting?
yeah. I don't think it didn't really happen. I will say, I had embarrassing moments. So
Okay.
I played competitively in 2008, but I started going to tournaments as a casual. My mom would take me in like 2005,
Okay.
and I would bring my dual disc, and I'd be the only one.
Is that the arm thing?
I'd be the only one with a dual disc at the tournament.
That's
And
so
Is
what-
that
sick.
really uncomfortable to play with?
Yeah. And it's like I just followed the show, so I just made decks from the show.
Yeah.
Like,
So you
yeah.
just Dark Magician?
yeah, I know. Like, yeah, I play Dark Magician or I play like Elemental Heroes because that's what Jaden played in GX, and I just get destroyed.
Yeah.
And then eventually someone told me to stop following the show and like get better cards.
Yeah, I saw this like a parody content of Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, and it was like the one kid who just loves the show and has the most fun in the room with his arm disc, and everyone else is like, "Get good! Like the show sucks. Play the game." And he's just having fun doing the same stuff as his favorite character from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what character were you?
What character was
were,
that?
Were you Joey?
No.
Was Joey around?
Joey sucks.
Yeah, Joey's a buster. Even
Yeah,
I
but he
know
has
that.
so much heart, and he's like Yugi.
No, Mango is Joey because Mango likes to play like Beaver Warrior and shit and like Time Wizard and like those stupid cards. Mango actually said he would have entered this tournament if someone gave him a Time Wizard, but no one had a Time Wizard. So
That's wild.
This is kind of like how poker players play golf on the off days.
yeah, right.
Like all of the high ranked poker players after the World Series go and golf, and it's like the fun thing to do as like a recreational competition.
And it's still competitive.
Yeah, but it's just like the boys of Melee go out there and just play Yu-Gi-Oh! now.
They hit the mat.
I actually don't know
I hope this gets bigger.
which is more like who's more like Kaiba. Is it Leffen or Crush?
That's
It
tough.
has to be
Leffen's hair's
Leffen.
more
Yeah,
like it.
Le-
right?
It has to be Leffen, right?
Leffen cut himself out of an anime. Like that's I think how his aesthetic.
Okay, yeah,
Crush
Leffen is
I
Kaiba.
think looks like he bullies
Crush is the
kids who
Western
like anime.
the Western anime. Like when they port it
Yeah. He's
to
the
English.
dub.
Yeah. I think that joke's been made before.
KJH, what was your mat like?
My mat.
Yeah. Did
Like,
you have like a
Oh,
the
because he
mat
played
they
on
play
the old mat.
so I
Did
had
you
a
have
lot
like a
of them.
sick ass one?
I had a few. Like I had a lot of Naruto mats.
Oh shit.
That's next level.
That's so
And
sick.
I think I had one mat from top 8 in a regional. Like if you top 8 a regional, they give you a free mat.
Yeah,
Oh
you get-
wow.
that's how you can get
that's
rare
a big
ones.
flex
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because you pull out the top 8 mat and you're like, yeah.
Sometimes.
the same in
Because the
poker.
thing is with Yu-Gi-Oh is like people would just sell their mats. Like there's so many people that
Yeah.
get top 8 and they'll just sell the mat
'Cause
immediately.
it's rare.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I was telling you. Some guys farm Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the regional local player farms
And then
Melee.
they sell their wares.
They sell the mats and
Yeah.
the cards
They
and
go to the
stuff.
vendor
So it's
and
like
just drag that shit.
You can flex, but like if people dig into you, they can figure out that you didn't actually get that mat from being good.
That's wild.
Kind of like buying a boosted account on League.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they just call you a boosted animal and leave when they beat you.
You suck, bro.
All
You
right.
got your mat and your
I
dual
can't
disc.
tell if Crush is losing. I hope Crush is losing.
If we can zoom in on the calculator, we can know the exact life totals.
Like, I can't tell how many cards he has in his hand, but the other guy has stage control, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
You just like,
All
I
of
don't
those
know.
face down cards could be monsters or could be traps, right?
No, only traps.
Okay.
The thing with this format is Heavy Storm destroys all back row, like those face down cards.
Okay, yep.
And I don't think anyone here plays the card to stop Heavy Storm. It's called Solemn Judgment, but I don't think anyone plays that. So Heavy Storm will, like, if Crush plays Heavy Storm right now, he would, like, almost for sure win this game.
Okay. And that just destroys all of these cards that are definitely traps face down?
So, yeah. He would kill 4 cards for the price of 1 card.
Yeah, yeah. That's just a good deal.
This is intense. Look at Crush. It's so he's concentrating. You know what I'm saying?
He wants to win.
He always has.
Yeah.
You know. So in these old Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, did people just walk around with calculators? Obviously, because of
every
smartphones.
Every good player had a calculator.
That's so cute.
I actually think it got to the point where.
And that's where the calculator culture comes from.
There were some really grimy things. Like, if you didn't want to take, you wouldn't feel comfortable with someone taking life points on their phone, because they can just have their homie in the back, like, watching their opponent's hand and just send them text messages.
Snap.
Shit.
There was some, dude, I've dealt with so much Yu-Gi-Oh grime, it's ridiculous.
Dude, I've heard about Yu-Gi-Oh grime.
It's
Like
ridiculous.
people stealing cards at tournaments, like crazy shit.
Stealing and everything, and just like signals of like scratching your eye, like your homie just scratching his eye to let him know like what cards his opponent had is so.
Yeah, because if someone was watching the stream right now and they'd played this game before, they'd be able to see what cards pretty much all the guys have.
Oh,
right?
shit. On the right side, we got a different game that they just busted out.
Pokemon. those are just tokens.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
wait,
Yeah.
what? What do you mean?
So there's a card called Scapegoat, which is why they call it GOAT format, kind of. I actually don't know if they call it GOAT format because it's the best format or GOAT format because of the card Scapegoat. I actually don't know. But the card Scapegoat pretty much just lets you summon 4 tokens.
Okay, so they're just placeholders.
And
And it's just fun
exactly.
to have
It's like a
4
morphing,
Pikachus as
morphing
that.
in Magic.
Yeah. I want like 4 Sasuke cards.
Is there a Naruto
Yeah,
game?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's all of these little trinkets that are either cool, like the fashion of it.
Yeah, right?
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, you could
And
have
it's
a
cool in
boring
this,
card.
whereas in Melee, it's like potentially lame.
It's potentially lame to have a little charm on your controller.
I don't know. I think charms are kind of cute.
But you know what I mean? Like, sometimes, what if one's just, like, problematic?
I definitely
Well,
have
problematic charm is definitely different.
I definitely have a Sasuke pin on my controller.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
See?
See, that's the thing. Like,
Now then the top level players can just change the meta, and now it's cool again.
yeah, exactly.
And Slime just has to eat his words and go buy a pin.
Yeah. It's like, all right, I guess I got to enjoy an anime and figure this out for myself.
Yeah. Oh, I too have Pikachu cards.
I just want to fit in. Who's all playing? It's Crush, Leffen. Who's top right? I can't tell.
They aren't playing. They're just looking at cards.
Okay, so Crush and Leffen are above, and then it's,
The back middle guy is one of the TO. He's the TO, right?
I think so.
The right middle guy.
Okay, the right middle guy.
And then bottom left is that, I can't tell.
It's
actually.
Crush maining Skill Drain. Crush is main decking Skill Drain.
So what does that mean?
Skill Drain, so like long story short, it's a continuous trap card, meaning it stays on the field until you actually kill it. And it just negates the effects of all monsters on the field.
Okay. So
Which
those
is-
monsters can't attack or do their effect?
They can attack, they just can't activate their effects.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so like the Crush's build, pretty much he just plays a lot of strong monsters and that card Skill Drain, so you just can't like use your weak monsters. They're
Okay.
just there for nothing to get ran
Yeah.
over, which is why his deck is like super annoying in this format.
Is
And
the
it takes away the effect of your weaker monsters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It looks like he's losing though.
Is the ceiling for this game as high as like something like Melee?
No, I don't think so.
Where would you put it?
Actually, I don't know, cause
Otherwise, the
I feel like
events today.
I
would
don't
just be a
know
crapshoot,
too much
right?
about it, but I feel like at the very, very highest level of this game, it's just cheese. It's just
Okay.
like who can make the like cheesier play or whatever,
Well, that's what we've been kind of
like
coming
or
to
a more
conclusion.
unconventional.
That's what I thought
play.
about Melee.
Yeah,
No,
we've been coming to the conclusion that Melee is you either cheese or you chump check,
no, you can go beyond that though,
and when you
and
go
just be
beyond,
an amazing player.
you're good.
Yeah, yeah. I always see tweets from like the mid top 100 players who are saying, I almost beat a god, but then I try to cheese him.
Okay.
Like they,
Yeah.
they always go
Yeah.
for the cheese and it never works.
Yep.
Mm.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, and it's just you can't cheese him
It's
and you
actually
can't chump check him.
insane how cheese does just not work on the gods.
Yeah, they've just seen it all before.
However, I will say it's probably it's because the gods don't play Fox. I mean, it's because yeah.
I agree. Hey, low key, I agree.
Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna cheese Armada, his peach.
You have to earn so many interactions
Yeah.
versus him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've played Armada in some friendlies, and it's not easy.
Armada's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the one thing
I
that
think
always-
Leffen can get cheesed. He's the only honest one.
the
Yeah.
only honest one. I agree.
And Plups Fox.
So you've got to be honest to get cheese.
No, you have to be Fox to get cheese.
Okay. Okay.
And all right, Mango too. I don't know about Falco.
I think Falco can
I
get
don't know.
cheesed
I
pretty
don't-
hard.
Yeah.
It seems like he deserves it, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't feel too bad about like Falco getting cheesed.
I'm talking to such an ally here.
Yeah, you guys are
I
just
can't see his
Fox
face, but I know he's
apologists.
smiling.
Yeah, Mango's Fox can get cheesed, but I don't know about this Falco. Dude, can Crush hurry up and lose?
Is it so? How long do games typically take?
In this format, they can take a long time because they're stall cards. Like, there's a few stall cards. So, I don't know. This is my first GOAT tournament.
What's like a median time? Or like, what's the longest a
Well, it
match
feels
can
like
run?
these matches have been going for about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, like my match was already over, probably mostly because La didn't know too much about the format.
So you just swept the
All
fucking
4 of these,
floor with them?
yeah, kind of. All 4 of these guys kind of know what they're doing, so it's taking a little bit
Okay.
longer.
Okay.
I wish we had some sort of way to keep a life total check for all
Yeah,
of them.
that'd be dope.
Next full bloom.
Yeah. Imagine if this late night Yu-Gi-Oh became a prized thing to win at Melee events.
I mean, you just gotta like pump something into it, right?
Not even. It just has to be cool enough for other people to want to do it.
Yeah, I think the problem here is that like we're looking at a board. It needs here's the thing. We need holograms like the show.
Yeah, I think overall Yu-Gi-Oh
what it is.
streams aren't that interesting
Okay.
because of like this. Because if you don't know what's going on, then it's like
Is that
It's
card
hard to
games in
watch.
general though?
With massive
I don't know.
production, though, like a production team that can bring up the cards and show the viewers.
I feel like with enough pretty eyeball graphics, it can really play. But like I don't play Hearthstone. I don't know how it works, so I'm never gonna watch that stream, right? But Melee, you can still see two like animals fighting each other.
No matter how bad you are, right?
Yeah, you're just like, oh, he hit the man, right?
Yeah, yeah. of
why
course.
is none ripping on Yu-Gi-Oh in the Twitch chat?
Dude, it's because it's all day ones, bro. They're all about it.
Everyone's just ripping on it.
I feel like
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi.
isn't dead.
I feel like none would either be a massive Yu-Gi-Oh hater or secretly have a deck in the back pocket.
He is not. Yeah. Well, that was how I felt about Crush. Like, wait, really?
What? But he's been doing this.
I know, but like, pretend that you don't know that, and you're like, oh, interesting. Leffen, you can see it.
I think the people
KJH
who are,
is surprising
the people
too.
who are champions of this kind of weird stuff are often the coolest, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dude, I haven't seen Crush's YouTube videos until this year, and they're
Oh,
so
really?
They're
funny.
so good.
I can't believe I never saw
Can
them.
you tell me about the lore, the one where he's ranting about the charge and recharge?
Charge and
Yeah.
like, I won't go too deep into it, but he was just complaining about a deck that's like pretty much brain dead to play.
Okay.
And then the next regional, he just played that deck anyway. That's the
I
Like, if
kind of
you-
knew
if
that he
you-
was going to do that.
if you
from the
actually
video.
go to the YouTube video, it's like Jack Hoyt rants about Lightsworn, and
Yeah.
then the suggested video after that is Jack Hoyt Lightsworn deck profile. Because he just played the exact same deck.
And then he was like showing it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, he's always been one to want to win, you know?
I guess that's what it comes down to. You're
Yeah.
just like, yeah, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I want to be the winner of the game.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I don't even know how old Crush is in that. He's so young.
He's gotta
but
be. Well, he's
it's
gotta be.
so
Well,
funny.
actually, I don't know.
He definitely leveled up. Like, he evolved.
Yeah.
That was Charmander Crush.
Yeah, yeah.
I think what we have now is like high-level Charmeleon Crush.
He's definitely not a Charizard yet.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
But he seems
Definitely
like
a
an asshole like
Charmeleon.
Charmeleon. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. But he doesn't.
Disobedient.
He doesn't have it all yet.
Yeah.
He's not like Mango's allowed to be like a Charizard and be like a bit
Yeah.
disobedient, but he's in that awkward stage where he's about to get really, really big potentially.
Flamethrower's coming up.
Yeah.
Someone in chat said Yu-Gi-Oh seems like the only thing Crush shows any care for.
Yeah.
I will say Crush. I've seen Crush more salty about Yu-Gi-Oh losses than I've ever seen him like upset about Melee
Yeah,
losses.
so
yeah.
Like, who
funny.
did he lose to today? He lost to HT. I doubt he cares.
That's so funny.
I get so salty over Mario Party when we play at the house.
Mario Party's huge.
it
Yeah.
gets so salty.
Everyone has their like
Like-
the game that their heart is about. And
Someone-
for some people, it's Melee.
Someone can 2 out of me. Yeah, I mean, It is. I think
You know what
with
I mean?
Melee, you have to not care, though.
That's true. If you want to keep going.
If you were
yeah,
like
yeah.
that after every loss in Melee, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it's like these are this guy's like his hobby, so he can allow himself to be emotionally attached to it.
Right. Like Mario Party.
Yeah.
Oh, who won Leffen? Did Leffen win? I don't know. I'm
just
actually
go ahead and
I'm actually
assume
gonna
Leffen
go
won.
out there and check
All right.
because I want to watch the end of that duel. All right, see you guys.
See ya. That was awesome, though.
Yeah, this is good. This is insider Yu-Gi-Oh lore.
Having somebody else on the mic really helped us along.
Yeah. This is so interesting. I remember in Pokemon cards days,
Yeah.
no one wanted to play the game.
No, it was just
Everyone
all about
just wanted to-
collecting the cards.
But I was like, dude, we got all this shit. Let's do it. We
Yeah.
got the energy cards.
It seemed like a massive undertaking to actually play the game.
Yeah. And the only person that would play it was my friend Justin, who lived next door, and he was a huge jerk.
Oh,
And he
okay.
was like really mean to me all the time. I was like, well, I don't want to play with you.
I was
that
used
was
to
it.
beg my dad to play, and he was just like, just collect them.
Don't think about it too hard,
We
son.
have a game here. That's what I was saying. When Pokemon cards hit, though, that was crazy.
It was wild.
Huge in America?
Absolutely huge. It got banned at most schools.
Yeah.
Like the recess wasn't recess. It was just little huddles of people playing,
And comparing
kids
Pokemon cards.
playing and comparing cards, or
Hello.
not playing but trading.
Hello,
What's up?
Yo.
it is Leffen.
What's up?
Hey, Lef.
I just lost.
So explain to us what went down in layman's terms, because we are not Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Okay, so first turn, he was not playing the perfect turn at all. He was playing pretty bad. He did a couple mistakes, but Spirit Reaper is a card that like draws 1 out of 5, like one of the cards you have in your hand at random and discards it.
Okay.
And twice in a row, he picked like the 1 out of 5 that he needed to pick, and that won him the game eventually. It was like really close. Game
He's
2 was
picking your cards?
Yeah. He
Okay.
discarded my card. And then second match was I was in favor, and then he turned it, and then I eventually turned it and won like almost one turn. And then last game was actually the worst game. I didn't draw anything I could summon, and he had the weakest monster, Sinister Serpent, 300 attack, and just kept attacking. And I didn't draw anything that could actually beat it. Like I didn't draw any monsters for like 10 turns or something.
You just got beat by nothing but back airs, single back airs.
Not even backers, like jabs.
Oh my
Like,
god!
like it's way weaker than back. So yeah,
So you out of the tournament now?
yeah, I'm out of it. It's single lame. I got bad card draws.
So KJH was saying that Crush is he sees Crush get salty about Yu-Gi-Oh, which he's never seen before. So are you like, when you lose at Yu-Gi-Oh, you still have like the mindset of like, yeah, whatever, or is it like hurt a little bit?
I mean, I wanted to play more, but I also think that like this is the only chance I have of ever doing well tomorrow, because now I'm out of Yu-Gi-Oh and I can go play Melee.
Oh.
Do your actual job.
Nice.
I kind of want to watch it though.
How long you been playing?
I didn't. So Crush and Kalindi, they used to play back in the day, and some of the other guys used to play like when this format was playing, which was 2005. But I didn't play like 2005. I played like 2010 a little bit, or not that late, but 2008 or something.
Did you get into it because the anime, or just because it was a game?
Just because it was a game, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I watched the anime when I was like even younger,
Yeah,
but
that shit was hype.
she was hype.
Clindy also said that you guys, all 5 of you, all 6, excluding Crush, are pretty much playing the same deck. Like,
Yeah, you're all playing like. The guy I played didn't play my deck. He played like a discard deck, which is what got him the win too. But even then, most people play account like 15 out of the 40 cards are like almost always the same because they're just like staples.
okay, yeah. In this format, you'd be stupid not to have them, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like Pot of Greed lets you draw 2 cards is like the best card in the game. It
Nice.
doesn't sound like much, but like just getting an extra free card is super broken.
That's like the meme of the format, right? Pot of Greed. That's
Yeah,
what
Pot of
everyone talks
Greed.
about.
So the 3 best cards are generally Pot of Greed, which draw 1 extra card, Graceful Charity, which is you draw 3 cards and then you discard 2, which is in this game you'd think like, oh, you don't actually get a card because it's plus minus
It
1.
lets you manipulate your hand so well.
Yeah,
though.
it lets you like see, and then in this game you usually want 2 cards. Like you can use cards in the graveyard too, so it's good to discard a lot of times.
So-
I'm not sure who won.
Yeah, I couldn't tell, but I saw the handshake. Oh,
Is-
they're packing up.
Who's packing up?
Crush.
Oh, it's the first he going home.
Glindy was just saying, can
No,
Crush hurry
wait.
up and lose already? Because he said that his deck was
I'm not
like
sure.
Moth and he didn't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's taking his ice. Oh no.
Oh, wow. I think my man's. He says he's flexing with the case, flexing with the calculator.
Apparently his Staples case was worth like $150.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Woo!
We assumed that it was all for the flex.
Even on the table, he's got to do it.
Damn.
I saw you play in DBZ at Wednesday Night Fights
Yeah, that was. In hindsight, it fucked me over pretty hard.
for Melee.
Yeah, because so it's like a 3-hour time difference from West Coast to East Coast.
Yeah.
And that would have been that much originally, but I was up until like the tournament ended at like 3.
But it's like 6 a.m. here time.
Yeah, and then I had to travel an hour back home, and then I was still like all caffeined up, so I didn't go to sleep until like 6, 7.
Okay.
And
Jesus.
then the next day I had to go, like not the next day, but like I woke up, went to Mango's, and then I had to go to slept like 1 hour, then I flew here.
Yeah.
So I was incredibly jet lagged today, actually. I didn't expect to be.
And is DBZ like a bit of a guilty pleasure for you? Because like I know that me, when I'm learning a game, like Melee's probably the game I've learned second most to poker. Poker's the game I put the most time into. And going into something new and learning, it's like such a rush to get all of that information so quickly.
Yeah, it definitely is like a different thing because you get like you don't have the diminishing returns of like working super hard and
to get
barely
such
getting
small gains.
Yeah.
When you're starting out with something, it's also fresh and new. Is that like a guilty pleasure for you to just pick something up and see how good you can get really fast?
Yeah, I would say it is, but also Dragon Ball Z is just a really like fun game, and it also like I am going more seriously into it than I did with like Marvel Infinite, which was like purely guilty pressure.
Okay, yeah.
And then like I played Battle Right for like 2 weeks and got like spammed it to get a high rank, and then
yeah.
that's like true guilty pressure. This is like mix,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I'm like also getting good at the game, and it's also fighting games. You're still learning stuff.
Yeah, it's still sort of the same like genre.
Yeah, but I mean,
So you're going to try to compete with the big dogs at Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. Like I'm honestly I have no idea. I kind of expected to lose versus Gatsu or Crunch today because I haven't been playing Melee since it came out.
Oh wow.
I feel like Captain Falcon's always been a pretty strong matchup for you, though.
Yeah, but Gatsu has gotten close, and he was close to game 1.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm considering. So there's a summit for Dragon Ball.
Yeah, there is.
I heard of that.
It's like early June, so I'm considering focusing on Dragon Ball and having Melee as like I'll keep up with Melee.
Okay.
Oh my god. So Leffen's has a wife, and this pretty little thing just moved into the office, and now he's like
He's ready to throw it all
he's
away.
ready to throw it
Ready
all
to
away.
make a mistake. Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I haven't decided
That'd be
yet.
so hype,
like,
though, if he went to the summit and beat them all. Like,
It'd be-
imagine the
it'd be
Reddit.
out of control. R/Kappa would be
Yeah.
imploding.
People, it was kind of imploding when I won Wednesday Night Fights because they were like,
Yeah, I read those. Yeah.
They were just like, yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, he's good to be fair.
Some
Yeah.
people were
it's
like, he's pretty good. Some people were like, yeah. So he beat like some of the weak.
Is in
Yeah,
Dragon
they were
Ball,
good players. Like I had a hard bracket too. It was just because I beat them, they're now considered weak.
though. Just like when anybody takes a loss to, like, I don't know, when Hugo loses to someone, oh, this guy's slumping. Anytime Ryan Ford beats somebody, they're now slumping.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I
Feels bad, man.
when we announced that, I went into R/Kappa, and they were like, they were convinced that Summit was just going to invite all Melee players
To play
like,
Dragon Ball?
like all, yeah,
Yeah.
to the DBZ. So
That's
they're like,
the
they
tinfoil
bow
hat.
down to Smash. Like, it is insane. I felt
Crazy.
like it was insane.
All these fighting game players, like, we've never had anything from these guys. They're going to take it all.
Yeah, it's insane. They were convinced we were going to have just all Melee players invited.
Wouldn't that be great?
It would be,
There's
it'd
not
be a
even-
slap in the face. I
This is
think.
like me playing.
I'd love to see a summit where all the Melee players get invited, but the joke is, like, they have a week to get as good as they can at golf. Or, like, it's like, there's no Melee, you have to play chess. Or, like, just another game.
Yeah, see who's good at learning.
But it's the
just
same-
it's the learning summit.
Yeah, and it's the same prize pool, the same format.
God. Ugh.
But you've kind of always played Melee a bit more like a traditional fighter than other Fox mains, I think, Leffen. Like, you
Yeah,
play,
I mean,
play like a neutral, and then there's punish. And
Yeah.
it's
I mean, I do try to play like pretty clean, and a lot of Melee players, they don't like to play like structured or
Yeah,
clean.
yeah.
They kind of just like go in and whatever happens, happens,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
don't necessarily agree with when you're playing such a fragile character as Fox. You can do it, though, for sure.
Do you think Pal definitely influenced you in that more?
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you're rewarded a little bit more by, like,
Yeah.
you hurt really bad if you ever get sent off stage, and, like, you can't just throw out an up smash.
When I arrived in America, everyone was just like, "You just dash dance, bro. That's all you do. You just wait for me to do something, and then you do your thing."
Yeah, they complained about
Yeah,
it.
because
Everyone in the house.
they were just
complained.
picking because now it's just his up smash is so good in NTSC. You just want to,
Yeah.
you can just throw it out, and even if you hit 1 in 3 times, it's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
You can just trade with it. You can do all
Yeah.
sorts, and your recovery, like, you can't recover versus Marth and Pal. You are dead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's no mix-up.
You have a higher chance in NTSC of, like, surviving, but I think that also is, like, at top level, you can't just throw out an up smash. Like, Puffy's just going to
Oh, of
grab you
course,
and
of
kill
course,
you, but,
yeah.
like,
It's
So-
easier to get addicted
yeah,
to
so,
it. Though.
so it actually kind of made me play more solid in a way.
I think
It's
it creates better
yeah.
players, honestly.
Yeah, but that's also the thing for, like, Sheik players, right? Where
Yeah.
like the European Sheiks were always the best in the beginning because they had, like, learned to short hop, where the American Sheiks just down through and down smash.
Yeah, yeah. It forces you to play the game without your strongest tools,
Yeah.
and then when you get them, you just like powered up doing the same things. Yeah, it's always interesting to watch somebody like Mango who just takes a lot of scraps and fights all the time and holds
Yeah.
down a lot. I remember I used to watch Mango and wonder how he was hitting people, and I realized that he was just ASDIing down, teching, and then up smashing. Like, he's just always getting off the ground first. He'll take a lot of hits, or he'll be Falco and, Sheik will dash attack him, he'll ASDI down, tech, shine.
Yeah,
he was just
he's
doing
he's
all of
pretty
these-
good at, like, situational turnarounds, stuff like that.
He just takes hits all the time and it works out. Whereas, like, Armada just never takes a hit for free. And McCain, Peach, he's just always running at you and always trying to hit you,
Yeah.
and he'll just trade and trade and trade and trade. And that's why he plays a lot of one-stock games. Whereas when
So,
I've played Armada, he just never trades.
so the people that are asking, Crush already lost, and I also lost.
The boy's getting blown out.
Yeah, I feel like it's the melee curse, dude. Like, everyone, Yu-Gi-Oh is telling us, like, go play melee.
Yeah, this isn't your game.
Crush.
But this means that top 8 tomorrow will be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But
Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh.
there's a real chance. I'm just gonna take that nice loss to the. Who am I playing? I'm playing Shroomed or Shu. Does anybody know who won? I think.
I can see it
Shroomed?
right here. Yeah, you play Shroomed. You're projected to win.
Yes.
When you came up, your best matchup was Sheik, right?
If I played Shu, I would, like, lose. I would get execution tested. I would lose because I'm
You
rusty.
get
and then
chump
it would be yes, and people would be like, "Oh, UCF was on,
Left.
but you still lost." But now I'm gonna be like, lose to Shroom, and people are gonna be like, "Yeah, Shroom, up and coming player, let's go."
Yeah, you get to dodge that.
I get to
meme
dodge.
storm.
I can be like, well, at least I'm good at Dragon.
Yeah, at least you have that now.
We have it all planned out. We have it all planned out.
Nice. And he'll probably play Marth against you. Is that what you're expecting?
I honestly don't know. I'm guessing so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about my bracket. It changed apparently. I thought I was gonna play Laud, but now I'm playing Zane or SFAT.
I would have loved to see you play
yeah, you're
Lord.
playing. Well, Zane and SFAT play, so you play the
Yeah.
winner of them if you beat Ashram.
I could have the meanest Marth bracket. Wait, so is that to get into top 8?
That is to get into. Yes, top 8.
And then as soon as you're inside top 8, you play Mango.
Mango,
If I-
assuming.
If I do play, like, Shroomed SFAT, that's actually, like, the easiest bracket I could get.
That's
for-
a good bracket for you.
Like, it's a pretty good bracket. There are definitely easier opponents for me than some of them, but, like, that would kind of require upsets. This is a very good bracket for me considering.
I always wanted to ask you, how do you feel about Fox Marth? Because I've seen you just absolutely destroy Minty King, and I've seen you just look like you're lost. What's the difference? Like, is it just how he's playing and how you're playing, or?
I mean, it's a very volatile matchup, but I mean, I do think I think the Fox has a shot of winning, but I do think it's like very clear 6-4, and like it's a lot easier for the Marth to play. If both people are screwing up, Marth is generally gonna win. It's not like a super free if like both people are playing
Yeah.
bad. Like Peach Fox is more of a like if both people are playing bad, Peach gains like
Oh,
massively.
yeah.
But like Marth is more like as long as you're playing like kind of decent, you're usually doing fine. You can at least not play very like clean or like honest. You can like run up F smash or like spam up to at the edge, and sometimes it will work just because the Fox is late on a attack or a whiff punish.
I just feel like those two characters, they chump check Fox really hard, and they can also kind of RPS him to death if you're not careful.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a hard matchup. But I feel like when I'm playing good, I can exploit the few things that Fox does have, which is mostly like he doesn't win in basically any area of the game, I think, but he does fine in a lot of them. So if he's on the platform and Martha's on the ground, he isn't winning, but he isn't in a terrible position either, depending on percent.
Yeah.
If he's at the edge and Martha's on the center stage, he's not in a good position, but he's not in like a super awful one either. And when he's attacking, he's not in a super awful position. When he's full jumping, like he has a lot of okay, but he's basically always losing, but he gets to pick the situation where he loses.
Yeah.
So, which means that the Marth has to be like, okay, is he going to play around platforms? He's going to rush in. He's going to play defensive. He's going to laser. He's going to like try to reverse gimp me, and that's I think what Fox needs to do. He needs to take it into like a player versus player, because then you can win.
You get to ask Marth the questions basically, but they're all pretty bad questions.
Yeah.
You just have to catch him with a question that he's not ready for.
Yeah, you just get to pick like the board game.
You get to pick the minigame, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I think the matchup is only going to get worse as Marth players learn to chain grab and smash DI, but I do think it's always going to be viable just because of how, like, it's not a matchup where, like, a 6-4 in a floating matchup is generally worse because there's less outplay, or you can't really make them.
It's less volatile, right?
Yeah.
You just play it over and over again.
You can make the Marth play bad. You can make him, like, you can get out of chain grab. You can like rush him down, make him play scared, and then you can abuse that.
Two shines can end.
Yeah, it's way harder for like in a Peach Puff matchup. Even if that matchup was the exact same, it's way harder for the Peach to like actually get sets.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Because that discrepancy plays itself out way more over 40 neutral game interactions.
Yeah, exactly. Like the more hits to win, the better. Like
the bigger an edge is
exactly.
when it's there. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's always been the unsung when people are like, you know, Fox is clearly the best character in Melee. If you're playing bad with Peach, they still have to hit you like 40 times.
I mean,
you know.
I think in general in Melee, people have always loved to. They love potential and they love offensive options. They don't really like solid, simple play when you determine what character is the best and so on. And, like,
it's kind of funny.
Regardless of what you think of the tier list now, the fact that people thought that Fox was the best, like, so long ago when he wasn't winning anything kind of shows that, like, clearly Peach and, like, Sheik and Marth were doing better back then. Like, it was just simply easier. Before people could ledge dash, Fox was, like, awful at the edge. But people still consider him the best just because they saw a task video of it.
Yeah. And with Armada, his Peach has just won so many. Yeah. He's been so dominant for so long with the floaty, and I feel like people are willing to watch 2 Mango videos and sweep that under the rug.
Yeah. I think so too. Like, Armada doesn't hide from the fact too that like he gets a lot because people don't know the matchup. Like, and obviously Hungrybucks does as well. And this is all factors that play in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Like the fact that there's so few high-level Peaches and even fewer high-level Puffs. Of course, that matters, right?
I feel like it's also easy to prepare for the Fox matchup because you only need to hit him 4 times a game.
Yeah,
you can just practice against CPUs.
Yeah, exactly. You can practice CPU. You can't really practice like what do you do against good float mix-ups or Hungrybucks back air spacing or planking.
I feel like you've been pretty good at labbing that.
Situations that aren't available.
I think I've been good at labbing that, but like, I don't think everyone can. If you get what I mean, like you need to think a lot. You need to be able to like, what does he actually do? What does fade back or approaching really mean? You can't just be like, oh yeah, he's teching to the right. I'm gonna tech chase this.
Yeah. And with Marth or a character like that versus Fox, all you really need is computers, right?
Yeah. So I think that like effectively, they get a nerf because of that. And it's probably one of the reasons why like a lot of spaces get to like top 15, top 10 level, but don't break it.
Because most Melee players learn through experience, right?
Yeah,
Very few Melee players actually really break the block down and figure it out at home.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what you kind of have to do these days to be a top spacey.
Yeah.
Because you're essentially disadvantaged in the tech area, in like the pure punish game and like how hard you get hit and how much everyone else knows the matchup. You're always going to be a disadvantage, so you got to make the most of your time. I don't think it's worse or anything. I still think Fox is, especially now that it's so puff heavy, I think Fox is one of the absolute best characters to play in this meta, but you do have to like adjust to it.
It also feels like when you're learning Fox, you're like learning the game through the hero of the game's eyes. I don't know, like each matchup seems like it's like the Ryu. It feels like you're not, when you win, that it was just. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, yeah,
it's
I mean,
it's like when you figure out a matchup.
Like, I'm a Fox player, right? I think you are too, but like...
Maybe.
But the thing is that like most people never say they got robbed by a fox. It's just like even if you ask someone else, you don't say like I got robbed by a fox.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows the fox, and he doesn't really rob people. He doesn't do anything super unlegit. Like at low level, I mean, if we bring this and someone clips it and brings it to Reddit, someone is gonna be like, well, my friend, he double shined me and I died. But like actually getting
dead.
2 shines is most of the time a read. Like sometimes me versus Gatsu, he like DI'd badly on a
Yeah,
shine
yeah.
and he like just flew off the table.
Taking a double
and, like,
shine is like generally bad DI, right?
Yeah, like or just in general, like shine to shine is not really easy to hit on anyone.
Oh, you mean like wave shine?
No, I'm saying like shine gimp someone, like shine to shine.
Yeah.
Like
You read his recovery.
Yeah. But like on low level, people just panic jump and jump into the second shine, right?
Yeah.
So those type of shines are really broken, but you don't actually see them that often in high level play because if
Because
you
it covers one option out of like 4, and then you miss your edge guard.
exactly, and it's only a 1 frame active move. Like I know it's invincible, but it's only 1 frame active. So if they just delay their double jump, they can jump and down air you or whatever.
Whereas like if you're putting out Sheik's back air, it's
Yeah.
going to cover like 3 recovery options.
Yeah. So that's why I think that like people don't say that he robs people as easily.
Yeah.
Sometimes you play against someone stupid and they just jab up smash and you like just miss the punish and you get up smashed again or something.
Yeah.
Definitely happens, but overall I think Fox is like a good top tier because he's the most played top tier and he's like honest and people like playing against him.
Yeah.
I come from I'm a Dragon Ball player now, and we do not like playing against our top tiers. The top tiers in that game are
Are
like
they just the most well-rounded? Kind of like Meta Knight, he just has the best moveset all around.
I would say that Gohan is kind of like Meta Knight, where he's like a perfect character.
Yeah.
Like the only weakness that Meta Knight has is that he doesn't have Snake's up tilt, basically. Like he doesn't have Falco's lasers. He has a good B move. He has a good up tilt. He just doesn't have the best up tilt, and that's kind of how Gohan is. He doesn't have any weaknesses. He has a lot of stupidly good stuff, and he's like the best in most areas. But he could obviously be better.
Okay.
But he's still essentially a perfect character. And Ender 16 is kind of the same way, where like he is Puff if Puff was heavy and had good ground moves as well.
Would you say that about Fox if he wasn't so squishy?
Yeah, so if Fox like had more range, like think that Fox had
His
better
hitboxes
range.
just get like 1.3
Yeah, and then
times
his
bigger.
projectile was as good as Falco's, and then he also lived the longest, or like at least average.
Mhm.
Then you could kind of say it. Some people still say that, but I really don't agree that Fox has like good recovery or anything.
Oh, you don't think he has a good recovery?
So okay, I always get into this, and I usually convince people, but the knee-jerk reaction, right, is like, no, Fox has a better recovery.
Big
like,
mix-ups, right?
yeah,
Big
yeah.
range.
So think of it this way: what is a recovery's purpose? It
To
is
get you back onto the stage safely.
yeah, but even more than that, it is to make you live longer, to give you more chances to hit your opponent before you stock in.
So like Puff's recovery is the best.
Yeah, Puff's recovery is the best, but everyone knows that because it always gets back to the stage, right?
Okay, yeah.
But like it is essentially just a means to increase how many times they have to hit you before you die for that stock, and eventually for the match. So Sheik's recovery, a lot of people say that Sheik's recovery is worse than Fox, which is actually ridiculous when you
I saw
think
your
about it.
labbing of that with all of the things you
Yeah,
can do,
yeah,
ledge
so,
canceling,
like,
etc.
Even if you don't take that, like you can improve Sheik's recovery a lot that people don't do yet. But let's say that you always get punished like decently hard every time you go on stage for Sheik. Even if she doesn't have a mix-up when she gets hit far off stage, it could very well still be better than Fox's, which I think it is.
Because she's still getting back each time.
No, so not necessarily, like, let's say even in the situation where like if she gets hit far enough to where she has to, like a B, she will never get back. It could still be better than Fox's because Fox can die at 0 because of his recovery. If you get down thrown by Marth, you have like a 30-40% chance maybe of making it back.
Okay.
If you die at 0, that's 1 touch, 1 kill.
Yeah.
You essentially lose like 150% in 1 hit. If you get sent off stage by a back air with Sheik at 100 and then get stand up smashed, you only lost like from 100 to 150. You only lost a 50%.
And at those early percents, she can pretty much always force her
exactly.
way back
Like,
on stage.
she can always come back at low percents unless you're playing really bad or like you get super red by a Fox taking a big risk.
So would you say Falco has the worst recovery in the game then?
Falco
Because he kind of
has a slightly better recovery than people think because his double jump and his double jump downer and his side B is
His
slightly
side B's
faster
faster,
startup. So he's a little bit better at surviving that gimp situation,
Yeah.
but he's also way worse at surviving in high percents, and about the same, I think, as Marth on even percents.
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. I feel Marth has a really good recovery, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Marth has a good recovery too. People haven't really used all the different angles, but it definitely is a good one.
He
It's
can
just-
get gimped, though, pretty
Yeah,
easily.
he can get gimp, but not most characters can't.
Yeah.
Right, is this Grant?
This looks like...
I think so.
Okay. How was your match with him? God damn it. I should have made it.
We'll
He's
play the
so
exhibition match. Hop over. Let's play.
Oh, should we play now?
Yeah, why not?
All right, all right.
Yeah, we got
Pass the
time.
mic to somebody else, Leffen, if you're jumping off.
Okay,
The Yu-Gi-Oh's got him now.
Yeah, it's over, boys.
That's the last anybody ever heard of him.
Man, that was intense. Jesus, he's so smart.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like the chat's like freaking out, like what Sheik's recovery is better than Fox's, but like the way
not
in which
exactly
he's
what he was saying.
the way in which he was explaining it was like in a mathematical vacuum in terms of situations,
Yeah.
and that's like something I've never thought about, which is pretty wild. So.
Uh-huh.
So, super quick interruption here. We have KJH and Barry right in winter semis right here.
That's hype.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a little quick update. I'm waiting in grands.
Can
I
I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is mirror force? Chat was talking about mirror force.
Yeah, so when an opponent's monster attacks into it, all face-up monsters on their side of the field that are in attack position get destroyed.
Is that a trap card?
It is a trap card.
Okay, great.
Is that like that sounds really OP?
Yes. In this format, it's pretty good, and it's customary to scream as loud as you can. You've activated my trap card. So in case you guys
Right.
hear something, that was that.
Are they
Are they
really going
doing
to
it?
do that?
I hope not.
I
But
hope they
don't
do
tell
it.
them I said that.
Okay.
So, just a little quick update. See what's going on. We got a
So,
Leffen.
sorry, who is playing again? It's KJH.
Yeah, so on the top in the white mat is a guy named Barry. He just rolled in off the streets. He's like, hey, can I play GOAT? I'm like, okay, sure, join. And then Kalindi's at the
Came
bottom.
all the way to Bloomington.
Yeah, he's like, I drove 16 miles here. I
Uh,
walked. Oh, you know what?
That's going to be Melee in 20 years.
I hope so.
You know what I mean? Like it'll be like
We're at a DBZ tournament.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so he's like, "Oh, you guys play a little Melee bracket? I'll show up."
Leffen's playing
Vaccine
it
shows up.
after Dragon Ball, as now the best player in the world at Dragon Ball.
Well, it's like going to be like an Iron Man tournament. It's like, okay, first you have a round of Yu-Gi-Oh, then Dragon Ball, and then Melee to finish it off. So.
That'd be sick. Like to try out one.
Like chess boxing.
Oh my God.
What's chess boxing? Is it?
You
what
never
it
heard of
sounds
chess
like?
boxing?
Do you play chess and then box somebody?
You play chess for a certain amount of time and then play a round of boxing and then go back to chess.
That's so sick.
It's really big in like Ireland and Wales and stuff.
I feel
in
like that
Scotland.
became a thing. It's like everyone was like, "This is kind of lame. This is like for wusses. Let's
No,
just fight each
It's
other."
just you just have to be a burly boy and a smart boy.
You have to have it all.
Yeah, you have to be.
You have to be a
all-rounder.
Ludwig. Actually,
Yeah.
he's not smart. Got him.
Yeah, you have to have it all. I feel like one day a guy got beat by a nerd and was just like, damn nerds.
I'll show him. I'll invent a format
This
where my
guy's 90
strength is
pounds.
powerful.
But there's a lot of players in chess boxing who are just like really, really good chess players or really good boxers.
Yeah, you just
And
max one
so-
stat.
Yeah, and so the people who are really, really good chess players against really good boxers are just getting rope-a-doped, like
Yeah.
trying not to get knocked out.
I feel like it's more scary to be a better chess player than a better boxer.
yeah,
Like,
but you could,
you really don't want to go to the ring. You'd rather stay on the board.
I feel like if you get them up like this and just like get a lot of clinches in, like there's a lot of ways where you can lame out a boxing match if you have no intention of winning it.
Are there also weight classes? I mean, they can't.
I don't know, probably.
There has to be. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, there must be, but I don't think the scene is big enough to support like the entire range of
Oh,
weight
no.
classes. So maybe you have to bulk to fit into one of them. There's just search chess boxing on YouTube. You guys will find it.
That's insane.
There's like short documentaries and matches of it.
Oh, on camera. I didn't notice.
But yeah, if you can last it's like a 3-minute round or something.
You just have to survive. Well, I guess do they measure the round, or you just?
No, it's a timed boxing round. It's not like till someone gets knocked out.
And there's points, right? I assume, or there's a
you
clear.
no, you
there's
can
a
just
winner.
lose. It's till someone gets knocked out or until the chess match finishes.
Ugh, Jesus.
I
So
don't-
it just keeps going.
Maybe you can
it just
win on box.
alternates until it's over.
Maybe you can win on boxing points eventually, but the chess clock will run out. There's a clock in chess, and maybe there's a point cap in boxing.
Yeah.
But I feel like the main strat is to endure one round of boxing and then quickly win in chess.
Ludwig money matched me in chess, and I didn't know the clock was for all of your moves. I thought
Yeah.
it was per move.
10 minutes
He's
per
like,
move.
"You want to play a 10-minute game?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, run it." He's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was just sitting there for like 2 minutes on a move. He's like, Are you gonna play?" He just mopped
It's
the
like
floor
turn
with me.
3.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm not good at it. I don't know. I thought I'd be good at it.
You just assumed you'd be good at chess.
I don't know why. Sometimes you gotta try.
You know what Ludwig's biggest secret is? He's a grinder.
He's a dude,
He starts off the worst at everything and just puts time in.
and that's the secret. And but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like
We
it.
just hate it
Yeah.
because of the way he looks.
Discriminate against handsome friends 2018.
Because he was gifted one thing in his life, and we just assume everything from there on out is
Yeah,
also
it must
a gift.
be. Yeah.
But the truth is, you can be genetically handsome and also work hard, and that's the scariest combo.
That is. That's the chess boxer PR.
Probably, yeah. No, I feel like most chess boxers are pretty, probably pretty smashed in around the face.
They want to expand the Yu-Gi-Oh camera. They want to see the cards. Do the
Oh, like zoom it in?
or they want to have it full screen. They don't want to see our flannels.
That makes sense.
There we go.
Wow, the people asked for it, and that's what they got.
That's what it's about. Leffen playing another scrim. He said he was gonna. Yeah,
Said he was
no,
gonna
it's
play
good
some
thing I
melee.
got knocked out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
go play some melee.
Talk
Here
to
he
us. I'm asking him questions like, so you think Puff really is OP? And he's like, let me tell you.
is.
in lieu of actually grinding himself. It's like a sleepover. Nobody wants to go to bed.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's kind of cool. This man, this ringer just came in. That's insane. Can you imagine being that into 05 Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, God, I just wish there was a tournament going on. Oh wait, sick.
There's no way this guy
me
just
show
looked
up.
up somehow that this was posted online and showed up.
Yeah, but still.
That's a great story if it's true though. I kind of just wanted Crush or Left to win it all. I like the story of the rich get richer in the side games.
Yeah, keep them dumb, keep them poor.
Yeah. And they're also the most anime, so it fits.
It's true. Crush is definitely the Joey. Well, he's not the. He looks like Joey. I shouldn't even say that. He probably come and fade me on site.
Yeah, he's just going to tell you that you're whack.
I am commentating tomorrow on the side stream.
I am not.
Someone asked in chat. Miles is not. How you feeling?
Feeling a little better.
Feeling a little better?
It was a rough 2 days.
Was it bad?
It was. Last night was pretty bad.
Shit.
I mean, I wish I was I wish there was a way where I could have played, because I would have really liked to have played that Sheik Millhouse.
Yeah, did you see him today?
Yeah, he seemed pretty good, but that's also like one of my best matchups, so it would have been really fun.
Yeah. When we go to Flatiron, we'll make sure don't hit the tie place.
I'm only eating in and out.
Forever.
I'm only going to cook my own. The only people I trust is me and In and Out now. There's 2 people left on the island.
Friendship ended with Thai Palace.
Friendship ended with everywhere other than In and Out.
Oh man, it's such a bummer. How's the Super 6 or whatever?
Super 6?
The motel.
Oh, it's fine. I think we had an ex-smoking room, so it's a bit musty.
All right,
There's 2 beds and it was $60, so what do you want?
let's do it.
On such short notice, too. Bless their hearts.
Yeah. Shout out to
It
Bloomington.
has a CRT still,
Oh, that's
so you didn't
that's
even
the
have to
play.
bring one.
The first Evo I went to, we stayed at a motel with the CRT still in it,
It's huge.
and it was so sick.
Yeah, I saw the CRT. It's a big CRT, too. Like, it'd be perfect for playing friendlies on. What more could you ask for?
God bless. God bless Bloomington and backwards technology.
It has a phone that isn't plugged in.
Do you still feel romantic about this city?
Yeah. Dude, the school we're in is a goddamn castle.
The school
Are
is
you
amazing.
serious?
It's like
Have
Harry
you seen
Potter.
it with the snow out?
This place is sick, but everything outside is a barren hellscape. But snow.
I'm so hyped on that, dude. Looking outside and it's just desolate. That's hype.
I like that, but only in desert format.
Oh, I hate desert.
I love the desert.
See, you might just like the same thing as me, but different skin.
It's different skin. Yeah.
See, I love the cold, and I
That's
hate the
fucked
hot.
up. That's fucked. I don't like that.
Desert format can just get out for me. Dude, it was snowing today. That's crazy.
It was. It was actually kind of weird to see it because I haven't seen snow in a while since I moved. But I got outside and I was like, yeah, it is super cold.
Bloomington, Indiana over Los Angeles.
Someone asked, is this best of 5? I don't know if someone on the mic is able to relay that
Best of
information,
5
but
seems like a lot
I
of
believe it
Yu-Gi-Oh.
is grands, so
Yeah. Hello.
I love
We
the
have
desert
someone here.
Doomy. Desert is the best biome by far. There was a guy I worked with. He was like, "No, dude, the cold's cool because like you can always throw on more layers, but when it's hot, you can't
Can't take off your
can't
skin.
take
I
off your
agree.
skin, bro." And I was
I
like,
agree.
"Shut up and help me wash this car, bro." I don't need to hear
You
your-
working at a car
I was
wash?
working at a car wash.
Working at the car
That
wash.
was me.
He's just slacking and telling you about his favorite place to live.
Did I
He's
ever-
right though, bro.
Did I ever tell you about the guy I washed cars with? He on his birthday. Never tell you about that guy?
No.
So this guy I washed cars with, he was 30 something. He liked to play a lot of Diablo and like sell weed.
Okay,
And,
so it sounds like he's going places.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He was just like really late all the time and pretty lazy, but it's like, you know, he's a nice guy, so it's like whatever. Anyway, his birthday was a certain day, and we're washing a car, and we're just bullshitting like we always do. He's like, "Oh, it's my birthday today." I'm like, "Oh shit, man, that's awesome. You got any like plans or anything? You doing anything tonight?" He's like, "Yeah, I think my friend Rocco is gonna get me some crack, because he used to smoke a lot of crack, and he's off it now."
Jesus.
He's like, "I think Rocco's gonna get me some crack," and I was like, "Oh
It's in
shit."
Colorado.
Mm-hmm. I was like, "Oh,
Who plans to do crack? That's what I want to know.
this man's."
I feel like crack is something you end up trying. Like, well, obviously you party a lot, you do a lot of cocaine. The people that you party with suddenly either cut you off, or you're not as young and pretty as you used to be, or whatever
Yeah.
happens, and suddenly you're like, "Damn, I really need that."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you
right.
find the cheap. Like, who?
So
I just don't
well,
know who's
that's
like penciling crack in on their diary.
It's like because it was his birthday. I think they thought like, "Hey, why not? Let's go back to it one more time."
Oh, because they used to do crack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And so
yikes.
that was the play. So
That's
so
such a.
he- so anyway, he's like, "Yeah, I think he's gonna give me some crack," and he's like, I was like, "Damn, dude, that's heavy. Like, is that like a thing that you do typically?" He's like, "No, not really, but you know, we used to do it and stuff." And I was like, "Well, that sounds fun, I guess. Like, that'd be sick." I'm just trying to be nice, and he looks at me. He's like, "I'll smoke a rock again. I ain't afraid." I was like, "Oh my god,
Jesus.
run it, I guess, you know." And then presumably that's what he did.
Some say he's still grinding Diablo rocked out of his mind to this day.
Yeah, dude.
The right click on his mouse is just
It's
ruined.
hammered in, yeah. Absolutely wild. I wish I knew what was happening here. You know, I just if
Well,
anyone
what
in the
Leff was
chat,
telling us was that, like, look at this middle board here.
yes,
Man's got a lot of control.
he's
He's
got a lot of
cards face down.
Mirror Force. I think would do a lot of work
If
on
on these
man.
monsters, or that one
because
that
you got to be face up, right?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, Man
What-
and the Panda that's not Plop.
That's a Panda Global.
The hair just looks like Plop.
It does. It looks like Plup showed up.
And Plop would wear plaid shorts as well.
He would. Do you see his Genesis? When he won Genesis, he was looking like a fucking
A
mother.
grade diner.
He was looking like someone's mom that's collecting like checks, smoking cigarettes, and watching Maury. Like that's what he was dressed like.
Well, he was collecting checks.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah. It was such a fit, dude. Oh man.
Top down, this is a good Plop cosplay. Look at his
watching
nose too.
Plop
That's a Plop nose.
Win Genesis in that outfit was like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Remember when he always used to wear the SpongeBob hat
Yeah.
and the panda hat?
Yeah. He had quite a lot of. He copped the foreign, as Nick would say.
You have to be a weird kid to go all the way
Oh,
in
we
this
got
game.
Clint subs in the chat, Miles.
I love Clint Stevens.
He's the biggest Clint Stevens fan.
I'm a big Clint Stevens fan. Clint Stevens, if you're watching, hit me up. Play some
Let's
Zelda.
collab.
I too slide the green man backwards.
Did you ever see
Dude,
that video?
he's so hype.
Did you ever see that video where the guy it's like collabing with the pizza man, and he orders a pizza, and he brings out a MIDI keyboard and he
Yeah,
has him play
yeah.
it, and then he mixes it in. So
There was
sick.
one guy, what was his name? It was a play on words of like a famous person's name and shopping music. It's going to kill me that I can't. Mashton Kutcher, that's what it is.
Ashton Kutcher.
I think that he was
Yeah.
making like those viral production videos
Yeah,
on Facebook, yeah. And the guys, he'll just say something like, that'll be X amount of money, and then like the beat drops. And it says bombs away.
There's that one guy who did like how to make like a rap song in 2016 or whatever, and it's like, okay, now you got to the ad libs go like.
Yeah. He's got a video called How to Make Cloud Rap as well. It's really good. He's like, all right, so you get some rain sounds.
That's so good.
Yeah, speedrunning has me finna not move. I just want to play.
That's a
It's
vibe.
just cozy, you know? You know when you just
it is cozy.
you just get fucked up on something and you're just in there.
Yeah.
I feel like for most people that's RPGs, but for the non-layman gamer, you have to take it to the next level to get that
You have to
hit.
take it to Kokiri and slide Link backwards very quickly.
To get that hit. Yeah. It's like there's no other satisfaction in gaming anymore.
Except playing it as fast as possible. I guess time trial is the ultimate challenge. You're fighting the fourth dimension itself.
Yeah, I think Versus is a pretty
Versus is good, but like
because you're playing against the other best person in the
but
world.
like even then, those two are playing against.
It's
time.
like if Armada could play against himself,
Yeah.
or you know,
Yeah.
time itself is like the only thing we really can't beat.
But we try.
Yeah, you can go pretty. With speedrunning, you never really save time.
No, you don't. I lost my monitor. I'm gonna adjust
Hang
my
on.
little mic-y.
I can't even hear anything anymore.
Hey, we went dark.
Hey,
Are we back?
fixed
Sounds like we're back.
a loose cable.
Maybe. Check. Are you dark again?
I'm buzzing.
Can you guys hear us?
Press 1 if you can hear us.
One, two.
Hey.
Juna! Oh, they can hear. It's just our monitoring. It's off.
All right, well that's fine.
That's fine. What's that emote from?
Is this some bad melee quality?
Yeah, this is definitely what we're used to.
Hey.
We just got monitoring back. We
I can
didn't
hear
have it.
you and I can hear me.
Okay, it's gone now.
Now I'm buzzing.
Sorry, guys. This is messing with our minds. This is GOAT format, the electricity.
This is procrastinate.
This is
practicing
Pluff,
melee
Pluff
format.
versus KJH. I'm dead in one ear, but it's fine. I'm getting crackles.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's chill. You
I'd
did
say
it
that's
again.
what it is.
Fake Plup is again. His name's Barry, and he's running it, man.
Look how many cards Leffen's opponent has on the table.
What is that when they're spread out like that? What is
I
that?
think that might be his graveyard, just so that Leffen can look at it.
Oh, okay.
But that's just a guess.
You know what was sick about Magic was when you could remove something from someone's graveyard.
So
like
they can't get it
you're
back.
banished.
Yeah.
Like not only are you dead, but you're gone now too. I quit playing in Scourge when Scourge came out. I think it was like 2003. But
2003.
I'm missing my right ear.
I can't hear slime. I guess.
Check.
Give it a check. Okay, I can hear him now.
Check.
Okay.
Almost had it. Sorry, guys. So yeah, you know what? A big reason also why I quit Magic was also just being bad at it was the 8th edition came out and they changed the way the cards look,
Okay.
and it was too much for me.
There's so many good artists though. They must have had such a big stable of artists.
They
being paid to
they
draw those
changed like
cards.
the like it was all blocked out. You know what I mean? Old Magic cards were
They didn't have that frame.
yeah, that frame was gone, and it freaked me out. I didn't like change, so I was done.
Even
with
as a youngster.
especially as a youngster.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Now,
feel like you would have had a lot of turmoil in your young life though.
yeah, it sucked.
And you just hated it
I
all.
just hated it. Yeah, I was scared of the thunder. Like I thought I was gonna die.
Really?
Yeah, I was a really anxious kid. Still only have left. What do you got, Miles?
I have a little bit, but it's pretty intermittent. I feel like we should just keep on trucking here.
So we'll tell you when it's fixed. But yeah.
I feel like as a kid I had a stable situation and I wanted things to be different.
See, that's a double-edged sword. Actually, I remember talking with this one girl in college. She was like, my parents, they're still together and they've been together for like years and years and years. And she said if they ever got divorced, I would be devastated.
Oh yeah, me
Like,
too.
And so that's something I think a lot of kids growing up in America or anywhere, I guess, it's just
I didn't
like,
want my parents to get those aren't. It's not
yeah,
binary. Of
yeah,
like,
you're right. You're
I
right.
didn't. I wanted things to happen to me, not my parents say they don't love each other anymore.
That's so interesting because like
Those are the two
a
things
lot of-
that can happen in America.
There's no. Well, what I'm saying is like there's so many dysfunctional families. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's like to some people it's like yeah, so what? But for some people it's like that's devastating, and I never was. That was never a thing for me.
Really, that didn't. But the Thunder.
The Thunder though, because that's like
But
who
your
knows
parents
what
split
that
up
shit
pretty
is.
early, right?
Huh?
Your
Yeah,
parents
they were.
split up,
Yeah, they were
yeah.
split up pretty early.
I feel like if you were like 12 or something, it'd have more an effect.
I guess, yeah.
I feel like it's almost par for the course though. Like kids are almost wise enough to expect it here.
Yeah, well, it's
It was just,
also
like,
like
in
kind
the
of
media.
cool. It's cool to have scuff on you, and that includes like emotional scuff. Like,
Maybe when you
so what? Yeah, my parents divorced. So what? It's
That's
like,
so edgy.
yeah, that's exactly it. The thing is, growing up as a kid in America is just about who is more edgy. That's
In
what-
Oz,
that's
they're
what's
like,
so
shut up, dude. Someone's like, oh, you have a nice house. That's chill. Like, that's actually chill as hell. Can we come?
Yeah, see, capitalism is such a thing here. It's like, it's cool to not be
Yeah.
when you're a kid, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe culture shifts. I haven't been a child for a long time, so.
I guess having your parents split up makes you be like, I'm more grown up.
Yeah, yeah, and that's another thing that kids like want is to just be above their peers. You know what I mean?
Or to be grown up.
Right, in terms of maturity. and
Yeah,
age,
yeah.
right. God, I don't want to have kids, man.
It's like, oh, I've been through shit you haven't been through kind of
yeah,
thing.
I know more.
Yeah.
I'm better.
As you get older, you realize that nobody really knows shit.
You learn that everyone knows far less than everyone else. It's like it's a race to the bottom in which you realize that everything really is confusing.
Yeah.
Everyone's just kind of aiming around in the dark.
And that's kind of all right. And you might only ever know, especially with the way that current education works, you have to specialize so narrowly that you might only ever be like a molecular biologist who studies like one specific strain of cancer that occurs in, a specific demographic.
Yeah.
Like, you will never really know. You'll never be a know-it-all. Like, now more than ever. Because of
Yeah.
how specific our education system has to be to get people qualified. Like,
Everyone's-
previously in the 70s, you could just have a degree and get a job.
Everyone solved everything so quick.
Well, the meta's just been pushed
Yeah,
down
that's what I'm
different
saying.
trees, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why
Anyway.
now in the melee, you have to be really, really goddamn good to win.
Oh, I wonder. I just want my boy KJH to pull through, just because
I feel like he's the
we're
hero
more
of the
familiar
Yu-Gi-Oh!
with him. He's the hero of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Of this Yu-Gi-Oh! Group.
I think so too. I mean, he's the one we know.
He's Yugi.
Barry is Seto Kaiba.
Plop's popping off.
What happened? What's going on? What are they doing?
Leffen's interested.
Oh shit.
Is this the end of a match here?
I'm not sure. What does it say on their phone? Like I don't know.
You're just sending memes.
Let me check this. Dude,
This looks like the end of a game.
I have a really important meme to show you later on.
I think Plop won.
You think so?
Yeah.
Are they just packing up right now? They didn't shake hands.
Actually, maybe KGH won because he had more cards on the board. I'm
So-
intrigued by all the fashion of Yu-Gi-Oh! Though.
What's this thing? Do you have the opponent cut your cards? It's like a
It's a
ritual.
tradition, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, KJH was explaining how grimy Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, so maybe it's
Yeah,
to
man.
counteract that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no. A reason for that is it's not so much traditional as people stack decks to get one-turn kill combos and stuff in pro meta.
Okay.
And, like,
okay.
a lot of big pros have been caught doing this.
That's insane.
So they're like, oh, look, that's the 7 cards I needed to do my thing.
Mm.
Isn't that convenient?
So if you have the opponent get involved in mixing up the cards, that's the.
Yeah, you get your guy to shuffle them around so that you kind of stacked them.
That's insane.
Because apparently people cutting their own ones cut around a setup as well,
Yeah.
you know.
That's insane. Yu-Gi-Oh! Grime. That's a good net play name.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Grime.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good net play name. There's an art to designing a good net play name.
Yeah, we can't all be Dasani Bongwater.
We can't all be the real Chroma. Actually, we can all be
Yeah,
the real
we can.
Chroma 09.
I am now the real Chroma 09, according to Lucky.
Oh, why?
Did you see his
the
tweet?
tweet, yeah. I love that I was like, oh, Chroma's on this fight, and he forgot Slime. That's so funny.
That's two good things.
Yeah, I was like, that is hilarious on 2 levels.
Net play name is the band name of our generation.
And you know how you
hardcore
were
true.
saying to him, oh, Smash Daddy, like he's on the come up. What do you attribute that to? To Johnny? And he's like, who's Smash Daddy? Like I love how
No, he
little.
didn't.
No, but he was like, he pretty much did. He was like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
And you're like,
yeah.
I was getting
yeah.
good wins, and then he's like, what wins?
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
These
you're right,
guys just, he thought, like Lucky thought you were Chroma.
It's like, who are these meatballs?
Who
These
is
assorted meatballs in my life that I don't care about.
Who are just these other guys who hang around and come anything from like 7th through whatever the rest?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's pretty good. He beat like a guy who's 18th on the PR, and they're like, who's that?
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, is that like Jace still? That's my
Yeah,
homie.
it's like, that was 3 years ago, but yeah, sure. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I have a really important meme to show you later on. I'm not going to keep mentioning it, but don't let me forget because it's going to change the way we think about the world. It's going to change the way we eat.
It's just a reskin of that best crossover ever meme, but it's a picture of what we're watching now.
Be good. Hugs in the chat. Maybe you've been pretty. Who you got to play? Ginger. Ginger's looking hot. I played Ginger today as a Falcon.
He's got the Samus experience too.
Against who?
Duck
Oh, that's right.
from the same region.
I sat down with Ginger. I said, "Dude, your haircut's so sick. I just gotta say it." He's like, "Thanks." We play. I think
He's got good hair.
I think he thought I was worse than I was, because I got away with a lot on the old Falc. But either
I think
way,
you think a lot of people think that.
I mean, look, if I'm taking Ginger's Falco to last stock, what does that mean?
Yeah, but then what happened the next game? Was this tournament?
Is it 3 stock? Yes.
That's generally how it goes.
That's true. But
Round
it was
two, it's
actually
like,
just really
all right,
fun.
guy,
It was
let's
just a
click
really
buttons.
fun set, and I think it felt like he was trying to make it fun, and that was super cool. And he also, this is a lot of people don't know this, but with Falco, wall jump, shine, turnaround, back air is called the slime. I've never done that, but I asked Squid to name that after me and do it in tournament. He did.
That's so weak.
He then said.
That's such a jabroni
He
thing
then
to do.
said, because I messaged Squid. I was like on the toilet, and I was like, hey, is this good? Shine, turn around, back air? Or wall jump, shine, turn around, back air? He's like, yeah, I think I've
What
done
would
that
it
a
hit,
couple
like
times.
another Falco's up B? Or
Like a
like
recovering Falcon or something.
recovering Captain Falcon,
Yeah.
maybe? Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I think I've done that once or twice. I was like, can you call it the slime? Because I feel like I thought it up. He's like, yeah, sure. And then-
Intellectual, you're an ideas man?
Yeah,
on the combo?
I'm just an ideas man. And then I think Squid, or I went into Ginger's chat. No, Ginger put up a Twitter video of him doing that, and Squid tagged me in it. And I was like, listen, Ginger, that's the slime. That's what you got to call it, okay? And he's like,
Did
okay.
he pay respect?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, sure, that's the slime. he's such a homie.
We were in the car with SFAT on the way here, and he was like, we got to talking about how Leffen's playstyle kind of revolutionized Fox, and he was like, no, it didn't.
Yeah,
No, it
dude,
And then
SFAT
he
was so
like,
tight about
he
that.
He was just like, when I do an up tilt, that's not the Leffen.
Yeah.
Like if I do 2 up tilts in a row, that's not the Leffen.
He was so pissed. He's like, it's like Leffen invented my character, and it's
Yeah,
like,
he's like, I don't even get to play my guy anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just playing Leffen. How is that fair?
oh man, poor Zach.
It really, you know when you bring one thing up to somebody and they go on a bit of a rant, and you're like, oh, you've been thinking about this.
Yeah, you've been waiting for someone to ask you this question. Someone just posted a Netplay code in the chat. What a move.
Linking 2 different people up to a net play code.
Chroma with the lore. Barry is making a comeback. Guys, tell me what's going on. I just want to know. What are these like? It looks like a goldfish.
Now that Silk Road is down, maybe people start like moving illicit substances through net play codes because it's peer to peer and you can use the chat
Yeah.
inside Dolphin.
That's sick. That's our new pipeline.
Because I don't know where those chats are hosted. I don't know if they're hosted on your computer,
No, there's a server, right?
but it's peer to peer.
Yeah, no, that's transversal server. I believe is an actual.
You can connect to
server.
their IP.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Yeah,
but the
that's
way
what, that's what you would do.
the
though.
way we do net play is through a server, correct?
There's traversal, but then there's direct as well, I think.
Yeah, guys. Really. Yeah, sorry.
So I think this is game 3.
If I had to guess, I wish we had a man on the line. Oh, by the way, who does Lod look like? He looks like someone very familiar, like famous or something, and I just can never. Like CPU from SoCal is not famous, but he's famous in my heart. But I feel like he looks like him, but also like an actor or something, and I just do not know who.
It's Lord and Rishi that are brothers, right?
Are they?
Smash God?
I don't know. I know Smash God has a brother that plays Melee, right? But I don't know if it's Lod. I actually have no idea.
Cool. The voice up above confirming. Imagine that, having your brother is also an amazing Melee player.
That's wild. It's kind of like, well, I guess Armada and Android, there's a bit of a gulf there, but Rishi and Lod, they're kind of neck and neck. That's super cool.
Yeah.
What's it like having a sibling?
They either low-key hate each other or are still, like, ultimately about each other's success.
Yeah. I wonder what
Having a
it is.
sibling's pretty chill.
I grew up alone.
Yeah.
The world was my sibling.
Damn. Edgy. Yeah, I guess when you spend a lot of time alone, you just kind of make your own fun.
Yeah, you do. And you learn how to, like, be alone, and it's okay. Like, we've talked about this before, but some people just can't deal with it. A guy was going to move in with in L.A., he was just like, yeah, I could never live alone. I just need, like, people in the house. We're like, huh, okay.
That's weird to me, but I also get a big kick out of social interaction, so...
Same. And I didn't think I would like living in the trap house we live in now. Or it's not that I didn't think I would like it. I was just like, oh, this is going to be different. I'm going to have to prepare myself for this. But honestly, it's just like...
It's pretty shitty at times.
For me, it's just big chill.
I like it 98% of the time.
What don't you like?
I just don't... Well, because I sleep in the living room, right?
Yeah.
I just have zero agency on what I'm going to do.
That's true.
Like, the only reason that I'm putting a slight mar on this is, like, the other night when I was in bed, 5 guys just roll through from Temecula, and they're like, yeah, we're playing Melee. Like, someone invite us over. And then 5 of their friends roll through who don't even play Melee, who are just like, yeah, we were told we could smoke weed here. And then they're calling their friends. Suddenly there's like 15 people, 7 of which I don't know.
And you're trying to sleep 10 feet away.
So I'm waking up, like, I'm on my computer because I'm like, I'm looking.
Oh, shit.
Like, I wasn't worried or anything.
That's like the first time that's like been in, like, that train rolled through, though.
Yeah,
right?
but just the fact that, like, I have no problem with that, and I played Melee with them, and they were actually nice guys. But I just have no agency on, like, what happens. Which is 9 times out of 10 fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like if I had wanted to go to sleep that day, like you can't live in the house we live in without being a heavy sleeper, and I luckily am.
Yeah. Chroma, you know the Temecula lore, the T-Mech tapes. Everyone knows about the tapes. Well, Chroma does.
There's Temecula tapes?
There's Temecula tapes.
Damn.
I'll tell you.
Me about it later.
Yeah.
I hope Coney's not involved. He's a good boy.
Coney is a good boy. He's involved. Billy's in the chat. Billy is Temecula lore. Shout out to SoCal Melee. Oh, we got a roll up. Wow, we didn't see who won. I'm going to go ask real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So that looks like the end of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think we still have grand finals, which is, I believe, Unsure versus whoever just won.
So KJH sat back down. They're going to use the big mat.
Here we go. We got the, what did you say, the picnic blanket? I don't know.
We've got Yugi versus a guy I don't know.
This is Unsure, one of the main masterminds behind this tournament, Chicago TO, Yu-Gi-Oh player, and he actually plays with KJH fairly often, so...
He was the one who got him back into the game, right?
Yep, this is the guy.
It's a master versus disciple, master versus teacher game.
Leffen officiating on the side, I suppose.
I got all the data too.
I got data.
So it's KJH versus his master.
Yes, that was actually a best of 3 that turned into a game 4 because they tied the first game, which is the thing, and I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so this is Grands, and we're
Leffen's loving it, by the way. Look at him.
he's big chillin', dude. He's
He's not even chilling. He's excited.
well, in front of Leffen, it looks like a box of condoms.
That's
It's
just
gone
what
now.
card boxes look like.
Well, it says like it's like got the little like
it really is the opposite of a
the-
box of condoms.
it's got a little gleam on it. Okay, when the top comes, you'll see. Whatever.
He's just
they're
playing more
they're just
friendlies.
scrimming more. If you like, you know, the FGC looks down on Melee when we call them friendlies,
Yeah.
and because they play casuals, and I kind of feel that because like we've never played Mario Party friendlies.
No, we have. We played a lot of Mario Party friendlies.
They're scrims.
They're only it's only scrims when it's me, Nick, Ludwig, and Ben. That's the only time we take it super seriously.
Okay.
Any time there's like one of those people who's not on, it's like, honestly, I couldn't care who wins.
That's fair.
This
No, that's not true.
I mean, but it's like, damn, I lost with someone who's not my partner. Like, whatever.
Yeah, but it's still. I mean,
It's like losing with your ult in Melee.
are you saying you don't when you play friendlies in Mario Party? It doesn't hurt you. When
I'm not that mad, no. Only when I lose with Ben on my team, I'm mad.
So is it mirrors or dittos?
Oh well, I mean, in Melee it's dittos. Mirrors though is another thing we get kind of shit on, is because FGC.
They call it mirror?
They call them mirrors.
Whatever, man.
It's just funny because it's like there's like
You
this
know what
separate
else they do?
Melee terminology. What?
They play whatever game Capcom puts out
That's
every
right.
year.
Whatever Daddy gives them.
And it's always shit.
It's not always shit.
Except for MVCI, they don't play that.
They don't play MVCI. Sometimes they have a limit. Sometimes they're like,
But
no,
they-
you know what?
They're moved
No.
on like homeless people in a rich neighborhood.
they got shoved
They get
along.
shuffled along. We're still out here playing our favorite one, and they've just
That's true. Like if you really love Third Strike, just play it.
yeah,
Like gather
Strike's
gather
actually dope
around
as
the
hell.
fireplace and parry.
yeah. But I
parry
feel
and
like
parry.
they've had the curse of developer support, where there's just been, it's like they can't go off it now.
It's true.
That's like actually one of the low key blessings of Melee is that Nintendo. If Nintendo got involved, we probably still wouldn't be playing Melee.
Exactly. And it's a double-edged sword. And like I kind of feel for them because it's like Smash or Street Fighter Pros and stuff. They can't just play, Third Strike or 4 Arcade Edition forever. They can't do that because their job depends on them getting good at the new game,
Yeah,
continuing it even if they
which
don't
is kind of
like it.
cool to see who picks it up fastest. I kind of think
There's that, but that goes away.
yeah, and suddenly you're left playing a game that you might not even like. I think a lot of the pros don't like 5.
That's what I hear is the general. I think it was Chris G just ranted the shit out of 5 before one of the big patches hit. But he's like, this character's not in the game. They're in the game, but they're just totally unviable. It's like, this character's not in the game,
Yeah.
and it was just so
I don't have a
interesting.
problem with characters being totally unviable. The problem I have is when, like things like execution are just really reduced so that low-level players can keep up with high-level players. Like that. That's a
Yeah, no
fundamental.
one likes that. If you ever saw Core Gaming, the YouTube channel, he actually goes into what makes. He talks about like how skill ceilings are perceived and made and shit like that.
Skill ceilings have to be so high that you feel like you can't do it all.
This
It
guy
has to be like pro sports.
This guy could sort of breaks down the block on skill and some other phrase, but it's super sick. You guys should check it out if you're interested in like not only game design but like the way meta is approached from a community.
I think that like execution-wise, things have to be almost godly. Like Quake, StarCraft, Melee, they all have this element of like, wow, how did he do that? I would never be able to do that. I physically could not do that.
Yeah, and that's what separates real sports too from
yeah, exactly, and that's
from a
what makes
rec
an
league.
e-sport, in my opinion,
Yeah.
is a game that where the execution plus the thinking. Like, there's a lot of thinking that a pro basketballer does. There's a lot of decision making they do in split seconds on the court, right? But the actual ability to jump that high and shoot the ball is like equally as important.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think trying to reduce esports to mind games is like, why don't we all just play chess or
or rock
board
paper
games then?
scissors,
Yeah.
like if that's going to be the if there's 3 things that beat each other.
Well, I mean, it's generally more complicated than that, but it's like,
But that's what I mean.
why take the physical element out of gaming when it's always been about the thrill of like execution?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you're okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like that's been an equally valid point. Like that's all my favorite games have big execution ceilings. And also, like, StarCraft is a great example. You have to be like a mastermind and an athlete at the same time.
Yeah, true.
And then Blizzard kind of ruined that franchise.
Did they though?
Yeah, 2 was pretty bad.
How so?
Just like them. Well, for one, like it's like they made Fox L cancel auto, right? They removed control groups, so you could just pick up
1A.
like you could pretty much 1A like entire like bigger squads.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there like lowers the execution barrier. Just a lot of the macro stuff that you need to do to like gain resource is kind of worked into the game. A lot of the hitches that made it great were taken out, basically.
Okay.
And like the AI is really good, right? You don't have to be precise with the way that you control units because they know how to get down a ramp. Like if you click like 2 pixels to the right on certain ramps in StarCraft 1, they'll just all cluster around and start bumping into each other.
I was saying this before on the side stream when I was commentating, but it's Day 9 had a video about why Brood War is good.
Yeah.
And he explained like the thing is the game is so it's just like Melee in that you cannot be perfect all the time.
No, you can't.
And what was cool is like what he got good at, he said, was moving units down ramps. He just grinded units down ramps and got really good at it. So when it came time for that situation, he had an edge, and you had to choose your edge and choose your where you allocated your skill.
Yeah, and
that's super cool.
That's kind of just like Melee, whereas there's a million things to practice.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and movement and watching someone is very unique. You know, if you're watching Day 9 and he's not so great at everything else, and you're like, the tanks come perfectly down the ramp, you know who you're watching when you're watching Terran.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's the same with Melee when you watch certain players play Fox. It's like you don't have to be. There doesn't have to be 50,000 characters in the game to feel like everyone's playing in a unique way.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the hallmark of a good game, I think.
Yeah, like even if everyone played Fox in Melee, they'd play so differently. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, and even like, I'm sad that Quake is like the most inaccessible esport ever conceived. It's just so brutal, so fast. It's 1v1 and you just get pooed on, and there's nothing you can do. Like, it's not like Melee where there's any accessibility to it. It's not like StarCraft where there's this huge fan base around it, or like, it's just you and another guy. And 1v1 is really brutal because you just get put into a corner and kind of farmed because they just spawn camp you once they get that first kill. A lot of the time you're on the back foot, and it's just this sick esport where it's like map control. Like they wait out. They're keeping track of which items are going to respawn. So it's like, oh, he's playing like yellow shield, so I'll go play red shield or whatever. And so it's like this push and pull of a map, and all of these things are going on. But to a layman, it's just like, yeah, they're moving around really fast, and I can't play it. Whereas with League, you just blame your teammates.
So then where does Quake fail as an esport?
Because players can't play it, and every big esport has players who are playing it.
So there's a level of accessibility that needs to be... But you said there's no community. So is Melee sort of the same, but the community helps the new players?
Melee just has the blessing that it's a Nintendo game, so people get into it for that reason. They played it as kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
PC gaming wasn't big when Quake came around, so it was pretty much relegated to nerd party, like LANs and that kind of thing. You know, everyone had a GameCube, everyone played Melee, and everyone thought they were good. And just that, you know, that millions of people have the game. A certain tiny % of those are going to get into what we do now, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, Quake kind of just missed the boat on that, but it's so sick.
It says unsure versus KJH. Flip over the controller, please. Yeah, that's the guy who was talking to us. I forgot his name too.
That control stick is decaying at such a rate right now. Those cardinal angles.
And
are
look how
just
custom that shell is. He is definitely not a. Let's just say I don't think he made it in top 48 based on the customness.
I was
of that
about to
shell.
buy one of those, dude, and I honestly reckon if I played today, I might have made it.
Yeah.
Like that's KJH was like, I got the pin.
He did. He had the pin. Yeah.
So I think it's like plushies and pins and stuff. Like the guys on top just decide whether that's
pin.
gang or
I
not.
will say though, a pin is a subtle nod. It's not like having LEDs in your controller. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
And it's also
a bit
so you
much.
know which one to pull out. It has a utilitarian purpose.
Yeah, but he just likes Naruto, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Just please. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go and make him flip it. I'll be right back.
Everybody in chat is getting flared up about the decay of that control stick. Man, I have a controller case now just because I've had so many controllers get crappy in my bag. Big Leff is just playing friendly after friendly out here with no regard for melee.
All right. Stick's gonna be all right, boys.
What did he say?
He just laughed. He's like, okay. He said, chat's really worried about this stick, man. You got to flip this thing over.
He's like, no, it's a 2 out of 10, bro. Don't worry.
Got the chart. Is it? What is that on the? Did you like max out your Pokemon card collection? Or did you even get into it when you were a
Yeah,
kid?
not really.
No.
I didn't get into collecting all of it.
How old were you?
8.
Yeah, I was 10.
Makes sense. Yeah, I feel like to make a big esport these days, it needs to be 5 players so that you can blame your team.
I guess. Fighting games are also just interesting, and like, you are the hero, you know?
No, you're not. That's what you realized 4 years
Yeah,
ago.
but that's what the appeal comes from. Like, I don't know. Like, with Dota, MOBAs, CS:GO,
It just doesn't feel as exhilarating to play because it's not a tournament.
you're
not
not.
at a tournament?
You're just. You can't do it alone.
Oh, that's what you mean by the hero. You're the sole reason why you succeed.
Exactly.
That scares most people, I think.
Does it?
I think most people in Dota would like to believe that they are carrying the team, but if it came time to actually big brain every man's on the other team, they'd be having excuses for why they couldn't do it.
I mean, maybe is that why Johns are such a thing, and they never.
I think that's why just toxicity is at its biggest in MOBAs.
because it's
it's
easy.
because
it's easy to offload the blame.
When you snowball as Phantom Assassin and you win, you did everything. And when you get ganked 3 times and have a terrible game, your team sucked.
Yeah. Fuck. Gotta evolve, boys.
But obviously there are people who transcend that and get to super duper high ranks.
But the thing is, it's like the sort of narrative about those teams is like, oh, there's Colt Sarah and he's an insane opper, and then there's like, there's this guy and he's a rifle, and this guy's a clutch god. You know, if we're talking like CS:GO.
Yeah.
And we just naturally gravitate toward those like one player storylines.
But he does this.
Yeah. And I think it's just natural because we are individual humans, but like it's just, I feel like
Well, those players do have real tangible roles within those teams that are potentially like
they do.
support.
It's not discounting that, but it's the idea that like sometimes the team is just a damn team, and they're all. It really was all them. I don't know.
Yeah, but I
It's
guess
just
more
an
than that,
interesting dynamic.
they're all just men who do things, and they're not just an AWPer. Like, it's easy to caricature the people that you look up to, and just boil them down to one thing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, I'll say this much: in Yu-Gi-Oh, everyone's Yugi. They're trying to
No,
be.
KJH is Yugi right now. Everybody else is just peons. Leffen's explaining something.
He is. Wonder if he just bodied some fool.
Living life like Leffen
Body
and just
berry.
being so into the things that you care about and are explaining is truly living.
There was a guy. Did you hear Thomas in the room the other night? He was talking about it's the new inner game of tennis. It's called the art of learning.
Is this the one that's going to get all of those mid-level players who read in a game of tennis out of the mid-level?
Yeah, this is finally.
This is the one that's finally going to do it?
But what it was actually really interesting, dude. It's like he was like this chess master, and then he was like this Tai Chi master, and he just. I guess the idea is that his skill is to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's like Leffen. That's how Leffen's so good at Dragon
That's
Ball.
what it feels like Leffen's sort of about is.
There's a lot of people in Melee who are like that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Melee attracts that sort of player because of all the things we mentioned earlier about how like what makes a game not only esport but like just fun and challenging to play. It attracts that sort of person who's like, I want to get good at that.
Yeah, it's just really hard.
Yeah.
And, you know, people like Crush who mastered something and then moved on. They just like challenges, really hard challenges. Same with speedrunners. You know, it's like, why would you do this? There's no reason to do it.
ZFG, one day ZFG is gonna die, and the greater portion of the world will never know how sick he is, and that's fucked up to me. But it's
He's
also
not really that sick, though. He can only do one thing.
yeah, but he's sick at that thing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who are sick at one thing that nobody will ever hear about.
That
He's just
bothers
so
me.
ultra
One day that's
specialized.
gonna stop bothering me, but right now it bothers me. Just that concept alone.
Yeah. I mean, he's also chosen an extremely arbitrary thing to be very good at. Like, if it affected more people's lives, then
I'm not saying like being recognized is a measure of success or anything, but like sometimes you just want to share this brilliance with someone else who doesn't know about it. And it's hard when it's through layers of, okay, it's a 64 game. Okay, so he has to roll into the bomb, and then he has to.
yeah, it's
you know
very
what I
very
mean?
obscure. But I feel like he reaches a pretty big audience. He reaches the people who care,
Yeah, that's true. That's always.
and they all love it.
That's always what really matters.
And you know, you don't want to quantify it by how many people that is, but say 100 people are like, wow, that guy really positively affected my life. Is that, you know, does he need to have 2,000 to have been somebody?
No, you're right.
I think the people who watch that kind of stuff love it. So
We packing up? What happened? Was that a quick grands? I feel like it was there and then it was gone. Oh yeah, I'm
is it a hard 2-0?
Jeez. KJ's tweeting. He's tweeted. That's a Twitter app. Dark mode.
Yeah, I can see it.
Easy on his eyes. He's just checking Twitter. I thought he was gonna pen a victory tweet.
Pinning the victory tweet over Yu-Gi-Oh seems a lot more classy than pinning the victory tweet over Melee.
How?
Just because it's like more ironic. Like if he wins this event tomorrow and then only tweets about the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament,
That would be
That's-
such a play.
yeah,
dude.
that's huge.
That'd be hot. It's like one person Yu-Gi-Oh excited to.
Hey,
just compete
Melee
again.
was fun too. It's like beats every big name. That guy's got a sandwich bag for his mat. I guess it's a mat from '93. You don't want it to get moldy.
No, yeah, you want to. Plus, it's snowing outside.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. Unsure. The Full Bloom 4 Yu-Gi-Oh champ, YGO.
Oh, KJH got beat.
Yep,
Fast.
got sent
We're
home.
gonna have some words from the champ right here.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear it.
Champ is getting on the mic.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
What's up? How'd it go?
Kind of rough, if I'm being honest.
Really? Wait. Okay. So first off, was it best of 3?
It was a best of 3.
Why isn't Grands best of 5? Is it
Uh,
just not a thing?
They just, you know, they got to get up early tomorrow morning. Just kind of gentlemen do a best of 3.
Oh, okay. for
Okay.
sure.
I feel like that's not going to stop Left playing many more games than the best
Look
of
at him
three.
go.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I got to get up relatively early. And then he looked at the clock. He's like, all right, it's almost midnight. So Melee's done for the day. It's Yu-Gi-Oh for the rest of the night. So
So take us through the bracket, dude. Tell us your genius strategies and how you slayed our beloved friend, Glindy.
he just kind of got just messed up, dude. It was just.
That was a quick 2-0, right?
It was a super quick 2-0. It was the equivalent of Crush running around and up smashing against a day 1 Fox. Is what that was.
Is it just you outclassed him that hard?
I mean, not on game 2, no.
Look, you're the winner. You know, you can be honest. Did you-
Game 2, no.
How much luck, how much outplay?
Game 2 was exclusively luck. I drew it's called the Trinity. It's just like just the best cards possible. And I
Okay.
drew them in a row. It would be like opening up pretty much a full house. I guess not that crazy, but not a full house. What's that called? Royal Flush.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a ridiculous
lucky.
opening. It was
Yeah.
super lucky. Super lucky. But game 1 kind of just outplayed him, I guess. But so yeah, that was that.
Good
It
stuff.
was fun.
So what was the prize? Pride?
Yeah, it's all pride.
Okay.
They knew though. They knew,
And the
they knew
Melee
what they were
prize
getting
pool.
into.
It's in the Melee prize pool,
Yeah,
so
they actually-
congratulations.
Thank you. They actually all opted in to give me 5% of their winnings. So
Cool, good, yeah.
that'd be
That's what it
50
should
cents.
be in the future.
Right?
Yeah.
Put some stakes on this shit. Then get everyone playing Rusty because they're just grinding Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's my strategy. I tweeted this out like 2 months ago. I said I'm going to get every Melee top 100 player into Yu-Gi-Oh, so I default to become top 100 Melee because they all just burn out.
That's a play.
Nice.
All right. So, is that it? What's going on now?
I think it's just exhibition match versus Barry and Leffen. So they're just playing around.
It really does look like Plub.
Yeah, dude. Why is this guy cosplaying?
I don't know. I'm going to ask him.
What if he just, on that notepad on the phone, instead of writing like a score, he just wrote like,
Fuck this guy.
yeah, like you suck, LOL.
Just shows it to him.
Yeah. And Leffen just looks at it and nods like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'll allow it.
Well played, well played.
Having joke cards in your deck that they're like, I haven't seen that one before, and you show it to them to read it. And it's just like the description's just
It's
something
like,
mean.
Fuck you. Meatball.
That's what the card's called. Meatball.
I went on when I made the thumbnail for the last podcast, I went on a Yu-Gi-Oh card generator, and I made Blue Eyes Sus Dragon. And that's what it says. And what was the picture? I don't even remember what the picture of the monster was. Oh, it's the Blueberry Man that I like. And the blueberry suit guy.
I don't even get that meme.
It's just is what it is.
It's just that simple.
It's just literally a man in a blueberry suit.
Yeah, I hate
wearing
those
sunglasses.
That's dumb.
That's not dumb. That's a tribute to the
It's
meaninglessness
the
of
highest form
everything.
humor, bro. Yeah. Okay. You can just write.
But it has a form and it has a structure.
That's the cousin of I was only pretending to be retarded.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, dude.
You actually you have no idea.
Get it? Because like life is crazy and life
It's
imitates art, bro.
But it's not like
It's like
there's no message there. So like with I was only pretending to be retarded. There's a message of like I'm being deceived or I'm being deceitful and I'm being dishonest. With the Blueberry Man, that's like. It's not anything. It's not trying to say anything. But it's just
going over a concept that we all know. It's like, yeah, life's crazy and random. We're all on a rock, man.
But
Appeared out of nowhere.
You reducing it like that is taking a stance.
It's Penguin of Doom, bro.
It's not Penguin of Doom. You're so dumb.
It's the
Sometimes
cousin
you're
of
the
Penguin of
dumbest
Doom.
person, dude.
But like that idea of like, art is just like this thing, and it's just like life. It doesn't need to make sense.
It's again, you keep saying the same thing, and you want it to be. Bit that just is on your end. You're looking in the mirror of the Blueberry Man and seeing back something, but that's the point.
There's no, yeah, but it's just not funny.
To you,
I guess there's other interpretations of it, but
yeah,
like
there
that,
is, Miles.
the image itself doesn't say anything.
Well, it says enough. It says someone is doing this. It says this picture was taken. That's the rhetoric of any photo, is that this picture was taken.
You mean the fat blue guy, right?
Yeah.
That's created photo, not taken.
It was still taken. The guy didn't.
Someone made it.
The guy wasn't drawn.
Someone made that image.
Yeah. That's the other rhetoric.
Yeah.
It was made. A human touched this.
Yeah, but that literally goes for anything on the internet.
Sure. But that's the rhetoric behind it. So
why keep posting that one when you could just go onto Google Images and look at any image?
Because I like that one.
Then you're just like the kid, like my sister. We'd always get an ice cream on like a certain day, and she'd always buy the same one. And I was like, there's 50 flavors here. Why would you buy the same one every day? And she's like, I just know I like this one.
Look, I've looked at the other ones. It's not like I haven't.
You haven't though.
Yes, I have.
You haven't looked at every image on the internet.
I've looked at a lot of Blueberry Man pictures.
But you haven't looked at every image on the internet.
I've seen. I mean, I'm trying.
So it's almost.
I'm trying to get there.
But until
so
then,
I'm just holding out.
Until then, let's laugh at this same picture.
Yeah.
Forever.
Because it's for one, it's an emotional attachment. I just want to link it. I'm gonna find it and link it in the chat, guys. I'm sorry.
Jesus, don't go googling on this man's computer.
It's Jax. It's fine. Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, you can.
Do you have somebody else on for after us? All right.
Source image. Like
This does nothing for me.
How do you double?
This is the filthy Frank of memes.
Shut up. You don't mean that.
This is true, dude.
Sometimes you say you don't think you hurt people, but here you are. Okay, Dr. Battle's got
Filthy
me.
Frank's actually funnier than this.
Okay, that's one of them. That's the one I use, but I like this one better. So anyway, yeah.
Well, on that note.
On that note, filthy Frank, you're filthy.
When are you gonna start a serious rap career, bro?
What are you talking about?
It's like Filthy Frank.
Did he start one?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It's called, look up Joji.
Joji?
You know how he's always like lyrical, spiritual, miracle? He would always rip on like people who are trying to get internet famous. He's more of a singer, I guess.
Okay.
But he's hanging out with like Rich Chigga and Post Malone and trying to be on that like, oh, I'm an emotional rapper singer.
Okay.
And it's working.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. To go, it's kind of it's kind of messed up because like you have a career like Filthy Frank, and then
He's kind of just exported his fan base and
Yeah.
then hung around other people
and
who
you
are
have
successful.
to. But the thing is, like, again, Drake. It all comes back to Drake. It's like he was Jimmy on Degrassi. He was in a wheelchair. He got shot. He was like definitely the most least gangster thing you could ever, or least like cool, because he doesn't really paint himself as a thug, in
Yeah.
rap rhetoric. But you know what I mean. But he made it.
I think Drake's
the
music has
top.
just carried him so far. Like, as I was saying, like, there's just something about that level of production and his voice that, and the way that he chose to write raps on his early albums, that there's just like really timeless, and that it just, when the production level's that good and he has something with his voice and his delivery that's just like sort of unparalleled, and you can almost use that forever.
Why then is why didn't like someone else from Degrassi do it?
Because he really honestly likes music. Like, his dad was a big
No, but
musician.
like, you know what I mean? Could it have been anyone from
Well, I mean,
Degrassi?
Probably, yeah. There are other people who are from TV shows and get famous who make a lot worse music than Drake.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to come off a show like that. You see the lyrics where he's like trying to back up his Degrassi career, where he's like, I remember I was making 50 racks a year. He's like talking about it, how he's like, damn, I used to like drive out from Riverside
Yeah.
in this shitty car to Hollywood. I wasn't getting paid, guys.
Yeah, right.
Like, referring to it like he was grinding.
Yeah, it was like you were a child actor.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Still.
we were saying in the meal in which you got food poisoning is that Drake clocked life. And I was trying to find someone else who had sort of met your criteria for this idea that like
My criteria for clocking life is you could release anything in 30 years and it will be like, no matter of what quality it is, it will be so viewed.
yeah.
Like, he could release a book, he could release a...
And I argued
anything.
Jay-Z and you were like, fuck Jay-Z.
I just want to believe that people don't like Jay-Z.
People
Well,
don't
don't
like
take it-
Drake.
But they'd still read it.
I don't know. I think you're giving them too much credit.
They'd still click it, though. Like, I'm not clicking a link that's like, Jay-Z's new work 30 years down the line, but I think Drake haters are clicking just for the controversy, just to hate it. I don't even feel strongly about my Jay-Z hate. I don't think anyone feels super strongly about Jay-Z anymore.
That's true. I mean, he's less hot, but everyone cools off.
I think Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, both clocked life, both Michaels.
Both Michaels clocked life. I agree. Michael Jackson clocked life. Like, whew. But like, this is like, I don't know. I don't think there's anyone contemporary that fits your criteria.
Who was saying Elon Musk, if SpaceX goes huge, is like ultimately clocking
But like,
life.
why didn't he clock life already?
Because SpaceX isn't a success yet. He's just really rich at this point.
Hmm.
Like, it's about cultural acclaim, right?
Yeah.
I guess he's probably there now, really.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, he's like such a household name. But if he gets like the first colony to Mars, then he's like turbo clocked life.
you know what I always thought about when I was like in high school is like, I want to become so rich that I could just like, not like it was something I aspired to, but like you could buy a space shuttle and put it on your mansion lawn and like fill it with monkeys or like rare toucans, just fucking because. You know what I mean? I
And just
always thought
send him
about that.
Well, that's such an obscure thing to think
Yeah,
about.
I thought it'd be so funny.
I thought about putting all my friends on, not having to work, having people admire my works. Why are you
we're
trying
just
to-
different? That's all.
But like, why a monkey? Like, why not just like a full of gold?
Cause it's not about that. It's about putting like a bunch of baby tigers in like something that they shouldn't belong in, and also that's on my lawn.
Oh, but not sending it to space.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not shooting it off.
Oh, okay.
It's like
they
I buy
just
the
live in
shuttle and they live in there.
Oh, that's actually chill as hell. Okay, I'm with that. I thought you meant with the expectation that you would one day just ship
launch
them
it into the sun.
Yeah. Or that they just die in orbit.
There's no oxygen. I really gotta shave this mustache. It is not
Yeah,
working.
it's filthy.
It's not looking good.
Are you like double, triple down on it?
Really. I was making the joke that I look like a rural liquor store owner.
Yeah.
Especially with the Coors hat. So like, get out.
How you doing? Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Actually, pretty sure when we were visiting Zeke and Delaney that the guy who ran the local liquor store looked pretty much dead on.
like
for you.
this.
I know, he just had a pretty angular face, just like black brown beard, you know.
He had
Hat.
this little.
Yeah.
It's like the little handlebars that make me look especially redneck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
could teach
hype
that.
though.
Yeah, like how you doing? Gonna be closed in 5 minutes.
I feel like it's kind of ironic in LA too.
Absolutely, because this culture is just not a thing.
Did you have fun today?
I was really tired, but once I got on commentary, it was really fun. I didn't like commentating doubles because doubles just
who did
ran
you
really
commentate
long
with?
Vish. Doubles ran really
Someone
long.
said that he was talking sweet as well.
Vish was talking sweet?
Yeah.
Who said that?
I just saw it on the grapevine.
What are you saying?
I just saw it on the Discord somewhere. I don't know if it's
Vish
true or
was
not.
talking. Anyone in the Discord, the Bad Melee Discord, subscribe to the Patreon if you'd like to engage in discussion.
You know it's the right thing to do. It's a no-brainer at this point.
But if someone was talking sweet, I'd fucking beat. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
beating their ass.
No, Vish
was
was
actually fun, though?
Vish was actually really cool. It's interesting because like I was pretty lukewarm on commentating
Dude,
with Vish.
whenever-
I'm not gonna lie.
Whenever there's like blind dislike, like remember when we were hanging out with Fendi and we were like, Fendi's actually chill, man.
Dude, every time I just meet someone in person, I'm like, oh, they're
Yeah, no,
fine.
and that's just like life. Like everyone's a human who wants the best, right? And it's easy to sit behind a keyboard and be like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And then hang out with your friends and it's like you need something to talk about, so you're just gonna be like, yeah, that whatever someone did was like less than optimal. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
And then you meet him and he's like, hey man, what's up? And you're just like,
Everything
my new best
shatters, and
friend.
you're like, oh, it's a human.
Yeah.
You know.
he's not just like some weird thing. He's a real man with real aspirations.
Yeah, and that's how I was honestly feeling going into commentating with Vish. Because also, my first commentator Cherry with him was at the Mangus, in which he was hammered, and I was like, this isn't fun for me. But we got on. Doubles was, God, I hate commentating. It's too much
I
activity
love
for my
doubles,
brain.
bro.
Doubles is sick, but the commentating was hard. But then singles rolled around. We had a really good time. Commentated with Jackzilla.
Which
Real
matches
good time.
were on there?
With Vish
No, on singles.
and singles, I'm trying to think. I actually don't remember at all. I'm pretty tired.
That's chill,
they were,
man.
They were cool. And so was Jackzilla.
Hopefully tomorrow I'll get to experience the venue a bit more.
Yeah.
This is like the longest I've been in here by a long shot.
Yeah. Man, I wish I got to enter.
Yeah, whatever. Can't win them all. Sometimes you get sick.
Pour one out. I was talking as well that the pad thai you ate had a bunch of exclamation points and
It
said
said must try.
And
And
Miles read that and was like,
literally, I was like, Anthony's like, this is the best Thai place, like, in LA. Like, I love this Thai place. And I'm not usually the kind of guy who would order pad Thai, but I'm like, let's start with the basics at this place, because we might even come back. Like, if this really is, like, this one here says must try, got to get it. Because this is the chef's this is the one he's backing.
yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah.
This is the one he's willing to,
his word.
yeah, he's putting his chips down on this one. I'll get this one. I still don't feel right, honestly.
Yeah. Are there supposed to be games tonight? No. The stream is just running until we run out of steam, pretty much. I
We're
think.
just rocking it till the wheels fall off at this point.
People. It is a 24-hour venue. People are allowed to chill and play. It's This town's weird.
This is when the real grinders come out.
Yeah. The people came to live. Zamu, he didn't make it out.
I know.
Lost to Millhouse.
I know. I was sad because he's. You know what? The way that they were playing in Fox Studios was so sick. And I was
Dude,
like,
he's just little baby Cyrox.
yeah, he's really good.
Cyrox is like baby Leffen. Actually, Cyrox is a little more. He's a little more active.
He goes a little harder, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that go hard style. Just dash dance and get you grab, man. Like they're not gonna respect you for doing two shines. They're not gonna walk away and be like, "Wow, that was sick the way you finessed me there." Like, just fucking press grab a little.
Just press Z.
And then
Press Y and then
the
press
times
Z.
when you press A pay off a lot more if you've been pressing Z. I'll tell you that. And vice versa. I think they call that a mix-up.
I don't know. I've never done one of those. It's
Like-
just all run in with the down air, baby.
What you can do though is just shield poke if you shine enough. That's the other. That's the disgusting back door into the same place you end up if you just grab.
That's fucked up. I hate when you reduce it like that.
That's what it is. It's like you could just shine grab, or you could just do any other move. But if you shine fast enough, it'll break their shield, and that's really cool.
Ben Melee talks Fox players. Well, there's one of them right here. What do you think about Fox players? Patricians? Golden children?
Not always. There's a certain way you have to do it with them.
What is that?
It just play the matchups. And I think you can be a patrician. I think Sheik's a real patrician character too. Because you just play the matchups, you know. And, dude, the way that Shroomed played against Shootout today just had my heart just so full of happiness. He just got a lead and sat on platforms, and he's like, no, bro. No nanopole. No bullshit. Then he took him to Dreamland, and the commentators were like, I don't even think this is a good choice. Because it wasn't. Because he was just going to get camped again. I was like, damn, now what are you going to do? You know? He didn't go near any of the bullshit.
Why does that warm your heart?
Because, like, it's just the way that... There's so many matchups in the game that just aren't played the way they're supposed to, because Melee's supposed to be this cool game. And he just did it right and got the win, instead of getting yayest off 2 dumb shield grabs.
So you're saying winning is always cooler than actually being cool?
No, I think that doing a forward air on shield that's badly spaced and getting grab is not cool, nor does it win you the game.
Okay.
I think people do dumb shit and then be like, oh, it would have been cool if it worked, though. And it wouldn't have. It was just all around
Sometimes it
bad.
would have, though. I'm that guy.
But it's just
sometimes it would have been cool if it worked.
But even like the coolest...
And I just missed.
Even the coolest combo that you would do isn't as sick as like 5 up airs that all perfectly connect on Marth and just kill him.
How? Why?
Because it's just...
How are those things equal in your mind?
Because it's just so optimal.
You're just a slut for optimal play.
No, it's just like, now he's dead. Like, he doesn't get to play anymore. No, I just really like it when people play matchups properly, and I feel like the slower matchups... Floaty Main's been doing this forever as well. They've been sitting there and just like sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and playing like it's Brawl, but Fox mains and other character mains, Marth mains, feel like they have some sort of thing they need to keep up, where it's like, I haven't done anything in 10 seconds. Time to do something. No. It's our time to not do anything.
It's our time, boys.
Sheik mains again. Plups like goes in a lot. It's kind of like Westballs. Westballs just dash dances a bunch now, and people are still like, "Wow, crazy combo game," you know, or crazy aggression. Because when he gets a hit, he takes it really far, just like Plop with Sheik. But everyone's willing to just leave the times when he's needles. Platform.
That's what I've thought about, like too. Like he
just gets a hit and takes it really far, so it seems like he's aggressive, but really he's just pressing an opening.
At the end of a game and there's a winner declared, it doesn't, like, unless it's like actually a timeout or something, it never feels like that guy is moving on, and that's so important. And I've never
like
thought
that's
it
pretty fundamental.
I've never thought it was important for a long time.
Yeah, that's.
And now I'm like, no,
you were brainwashed.
I just want to move on.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy who can't play
and
in the tournament
no one's
anymore.
gonna remember that. Like, if you want to play more Melee, just win, because nobody's gonna remember the guy who like did something cool off stream at a local. Like, the only person you're tricking there is you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's secondary to a lot of people because they don't feel like they can win. So it's like, I got 2-stocked, but.
Yeah, that's always a bad story. Never tell that one to your friends. Like, I got 2-stocked, but this. Or like, you know, it was a close 2-0. It's like.
I love close 2-0. Because no one's ever going to hear about that again. Like, no one's ever going to look at that bracket and be like, I bet that was a close 2-0. I remember at Genesis, I watched. Everyone was standing on chairs watching Genesis 4, so not this year, but last year. Everyone was standing on chairs and watching Shootout versus Hungrybox, and he just timed him out game 5 off stream. And it's like, this is Melee. Like, goodbye Shootout, you didn't make top 8.
Speaking of timeouts, do you guys know about Michael 41 Billion?
No.
No.
Oh, he is the national Melee Arcadian winner. He won without dropping a set, and people say that he upset the favorite Bananas, who's like
the Ice Climbers, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I know about him at the Arcadian. Did something happen in the?
He timed out Drunk Sloth today.
He timed out Drunk Sloth?
Does Michael 41 Billion play Fox?
Plays Puff.
Puff.
Oh, okay.
And he pretty much just tournament winners and just like throws fair, regrabs ledge, and
he just planks really hard.
he not just planks, but he'll also go on platforms and just jump and just kind of come way away from. Just does not interact. Just very not interactive gameplay.
I feel like that beats people who try to interact. Like if you just camp back and get a lead and you're willing to do that back to him, you probably have a chance.
Is that a good thing?
He just lures you over there.
Is what you're describing a good time?
The only way to beat lame is lame. If you go in against that, you lose.
But what you're describing a good game?
Yeah, it's just not the game everyone wants it to be.
So why move toward
This
that?
isn't Mango Simulator.
Why not live in Mango Simulator?
Because
What's wrong with that?
You're going 0-2. Or you're going 2-2, sorry.
Mango's not.
No, he's not, but he's the only one. Mango's the only, like, literally, imagine if the rivalry of Melee was Mewtwo King versus Armada, how different the game would be. And even if you think of most of the reigns of Melee, they've been through calculated play, except for Mango. He's been the one exception who can do it. And it's spawned thousands of guys who are just smoking blunts and going 2-2 at the local. And just doing bad down airs with Falco. But it's hype because now tournaments are really, really big. And if the rivalry was just Mewtwo King faring away Armada's Peach and running around until the clock ran out, Melee wouldn't be as big as it is. So, but it's just not the game people think it is.
What is better, staying in the dark or realizing
Well, it
that
depends
truth?
if you want to win or not. I mean, stay in the dark.
I'm talking about like on the whole idea. Like, what if everyone catches wind to what you're saying is true?
Well, it's becoming true. Hungrybox's reign, like recently, has shown us that it is like at DreamHack last year, DreamHack Austin, he timed out Chew twice in grand finals, and it's just like, damn, there you go, you're the winner. And sometimes when Hungrybox is winning, it's just like, fuck. But that's fine because he's winning, and he doesn't owe it to anyone to put a show on.
No, he doesn't. I've always maintained that as well.
But yeah, would a lot of people stop coming if? I think everyone kind of knows it's true in their heart, but the people who care enough are like the Crushers and Leffens who just want to win, and they'll do it. And the people who don't kind of just quietly keep coming to tournaments, having fun, and not fixing those parts of their game that aren't fun to fix, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, obviously, like everyone plays Melee to enjoy it, except for maybe 20 people in the world. But it's cool to see more of those matchups get played out, you know, a lot slower. Not just Peach players and Puff players doing it.
What? I don't know.
I really enjoyed those sets there. I really enjoy those sets where it's like people just only fight for space when they have to and like only interact when they need to.
So were you a Brawl fan?
No.
Why?
Because
what you're describing sounds very similar.
Melee, the interactions just happen so much faster. Like fighting for space is just, the game's faster, right? So like moving forward is such a big aggression and it happens so quickly. So there's just more happening.
Okay.
It just takes, it's just a bigger meal, you know?
Okay. But
That's how I feel.
that core concept.
I feel like for a lot of matchups it's still the same. For stuff like Fox Dittos, Fox Falco, that's why people love Fox Falco, because the optimal way to play it is very aggressive. There's a lot of ways to get in. There's a lot of ways to do different things, and there's a lot of mix-ups. Not all of the matches exist on that realm, especially when you start going down the tier list. The reason characters are worse on the tier list is not because they don't have strengths, but because they have bigger weaknesses. And the way to exploit that is by methodically not letting them do their strength to you. Like Ice Climbers, you just sit on top platform and you win, you know? And so it's very boring to beat low tiers the way they're supposed to be beaten.
It is. And
that's why I resent people who play non-top 6 characters.
Well, that's a big trap that
Because it's like they're forcing me to do that.
Because it's like, I ask Mega Christmas all the time, like, fuck, Luigi beat me again. He's like, why are
just
you losing to
laser him
Luigi?
for 8 minutes.
He's like, just use your moves. Use back air, up tilt, laser. Like,
that's it.
You can beat Luigi. I'm like, and then you have to come to the realization, like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't.
But you have to, and
do
it's
you want to
not
win?
fun.
Yeah, it's not.
So
And
your wish to win has to be greater than your wish to, like, be cool or have fun.
Yeah, because the game isn't fun when you're playing, like, Fox versus, like, Luigi. It's not that fun. And that's why whenever someone who plays one of those characters is like, you lamed me, I'm like, you lamed yourself, bro. Pick Fox, we can have a fast set. Like, we can actually play some Melee. Or pick Marth, or pick Falco, you know, we can play some fast Melee. But if you want to pick a slow character, don't get mad when I do, like, 3 things. Especially, low tiers are just back air up tilt. That's it. Get a grab. Someone, Wiseman once told me, he's like, all the low tiers fuck on Fox until you camp him.
Yeah.
Even Game & Watch, bro.
Falco, too. I don't know, man.
But it's actually fine. Like
It just
it's a fun game. Just embrace the new game.
Embrace the new game.
It's really fun.
But I don't know. You know that idea that like
It's just not a 2008
if Mango
video.
didn't like if Mango quit the game like half the player base just leaves. Like that's been like kind of toyed around with that idea.
But then there's another idea that exists with people like me who just love the competition and want to play the game is who cares?
yeah, it's true.
Who cares if like, oh, so there's less money? The people who played to play will still play.
I agree.
People played through everything. And when TO's always like, but less people will show up. I'm always like, let's play in my garage then. Like,
That's what Leffen
fuck
said
it.
too. I asked him at Red Bull when I had to give him an actual esports interview because Red Bull was watching me. I didn't get to do Lay Slime on Lay Scene. I was like, do you think Melee's gonna die? He's like, the thing is, dude, I'm gonna keep playing it.
I'll be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's all he said, and that was how
And I
it
think
was.
truly loving something is like seeing it for what it is and still continuing. Like, it's not
I guess,
perfect.
yeah.
It's a broken game, and some of the characters suck, and sometimes camping is the best. Like, it's not always fun.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the top pros came to terms with that a long time ago, except Armada, he still just hates Jigglypuff.
Is that why for you speedrunning is like the ultimate apex because it's not I guess it's competing with another person in a game.
Speedrunning's just cozy, and it's something really fun to do on stream.
Yeah,
And
but like
I just like the tricks because they reward me really quickly for learning.
it's like CS:GO is 5-on-5. Melee is sometimes 2-on-2, 1-on-1.
Okay.
Speedrunning, 1. You're just
But
reducing.
like
you're just
I was
reducing the
enjoying
amount of,
speedrunning before I was even using a timer. Like, I was just doing the tricks that I see Clint Stevens and ZFG do, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fun to do.
on the same fundamental idea that like I do this. Like it's like solipsistic almost in that.
No, it's just fun. Like, to be honest, I just enjoy. I was asking Leffen that same question. Do you ever just want to learn something new, just to have the enjoyment of getting all of that new learning? It's like if there was a new Fox for me to learn, and he had all different moves and stuff. That'd be really fun. You know, or like
Yeah, but how long does that last? Like why not just like pick up tennis, the inner game?
why not just read another mentality book that may as well just say in big letters, practice more than you do. I always find it funny when people have no shot of winning the event that they're at, or like talking about mentality. It's like, if you played your best today, you wouldn't win. You need to be better.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
even me, it's just like the answer is just practice. Like, it's literally that simple. Just play for 8 hours a day. Like, that's literally what all the gods did.
well, at what point do you stop?
You don't. You just practice.
Yeah, but we were in the car with SFAT and Johnny. They weren't necessarily practicing tech skill.
No,
Remember,
but you have to-
specifically, I asked him. He was like, "No, it's like you have to stay in tournament mentality." And that's
yeah,
hard to do
because
in
those
between
guys
tournaments.
are like have shots to win tournaments and beat everybody in the world. And like the thing that's going to hold them back isn't the fact that they're going to miss 50% of their L cancels. It's that they need to like keep it on in wraps so that they can do the game plan they've focused on. Like it's like me being like, oh, I need to figure out basketball strategy when I just can't shoot the ball. I'm not tall enough. Can't run as fast as LeBron. Like, there's just so many skills I don't have that SFAT does that I could be working on that aren't like, oh, I get nervous or I want to win or I think about losing.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Like, I could get to a level where that just wouldn't affect me because I'd just be 3-stocking everyone.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I think speedrunning, it's just fun, and it's really, if I didn't stream it, it wouldn't be as fun, but the learning part of it, it just feeds that, like, it's a reward center. It's like, why do you play games? It's like games have become too easy now, so you just do this.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
And it's like in one of my
You make a
favorite
game out of the
universes
game.
as well, so it's just cozy.
Why don't you speedrun Sonic Heroes, bro?
I hate Sonic.
I always thought that was funny. Is like people speedrun games that came out in like 2016 and are like weird and whack. And
It's
I'm
just
like,
'cause they want a
I'm
record.
just saying, like, yeah, that's true. But like some people do it maybe because they really do love it. Actually, I don't know. Titanfall.
It has pretty cool movement, actually. That game actually looks cool. The reason I like the old games is because they're busted as hell.
Yeah, that's true.
I like all going out of bounds and pressing buttons on certain frames to teleport and all of that. Like doing stuff that was clearly unintended, kind of like Melee. There's a lot of movement tricks. Like Mario was not supposed to move that fast.
No.
In Mario 64.
He's
And that's
not.
like, I'd say Mario 64 is probably the closest to single player Melee.
You think so?
It's just who moves
Heavily
around.
execution based.
Yeah. The platforms are just in different spaces and different heights, but you're just wave landing everywhere as fast as you can. That'd be really cool if adventure mode was like really turned up.
I think they modded that, or I think like PM did or something. I don't know. But like you could like wave shine the Goombas or something.
I wave shine Goombas every day. The
Not
same
today.
kids who go
Not
OT.
today, Mr. Pad Thai.
I'm triggered, dude. $350 flight for this.
I feel bad.
That's fine. I mean, you didn't walk in there knowing what was going to happen. It's just so funny, though, that we left the house being like, let's have a nice meal for once.
Can't win. They keep them dumb, keep them poor.
Yeah, they're keeping us down. That's a losing battle for them. I'm neither dumb nor poor. Subscribe to the Patreon. Keep me smarter and richer than ever.
It's so Miles can continue living on the floor until he has to go back to his country.
Hey, it's better than not living on a floor.
Do you want the closet?
I just said.
Let's chop this up.
I just said I liked the floor.
But would you want the closet?
No,
Really?
I don't want it.
I sleep in the closet. Miles sleeps on the floor.
The
Everyone
floor's
else
fine.
sleeps in rooms.
Yeah, no, you can have the closet. It's like not. Like you're right next to Noel, who just yells all the time. So
That's true. He's been nicer lately. I feel like some nights he screams and screams, but he's getting those Fortnite W's. So I mean, who am I to step in and say,
5 back to back
"Can
the
you
other night.
quiet down, please"? No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I
When a
feel like
man's clutching, I can't step on
he
that.
really set the precedent for yelling in the house.
Yeah, everyone started yelling after he did. I yell.
It broke down the barrier of like what times are acceptable to be loud at
It's all times.
all the time. Yeah, I don't think I could live in this place forever, but for right now, it's pretty fun.
It's pretty cool.
So what do you say we wrap it up here? I'm
Sure.
getting pretty sleepy myself.
I'm down. I guess we're gonna wrap. Juna is the new Gimmer. He's Gimmer 2.0, stronger, faster, more artistic, better at
I
audio,
thought you were going to say something else.
better at video. What else? I can go on for literally 600 days.
Well, he's put me on the mic, so that's something Gimmer's never doing.
We're gonna try to wrap up. Anything you want us to do, or my man?
Hey,
He said that with such conviction.
we've had a lot
I
of
love
laughs
that guy.
tonight.
Hey,
Every time.
we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. But I'm here to tell you guys that maybe you should be afraid to smoke a rock.
And maybe you should be afraid to do an ill thought out down air.
Play the game.
Play the game your way, honestly, and have fun.
No matter what, have fun. And subscribe to the Patreon. I mean,
Those are the two things you need to do.
What else is there? No, but for real, we do run a podcast. If you guys didn't know, it's Bad Melee Podcast. We talk every week about just Melee and bullshit. We've been doing it for a little while. It's really fun, and we actually crowdfunded Miles to get back to America for 90 days. About chomped halfway through it.
Yeah, about a clean halfway.
So, but yeah, if you guys just like...
Dude, it's gonna. I told everyone when I was leaving, they're like, "Damn, you going back to America?" I'm gonna be back so far. Like 90 days is such a short time.
It's not a long time. It's going to be sad. But, yeah, if you guys ever want to check us out, whatever, the information, I'm sure you can find it. I'm not
Search
gonna,
Bad Melee on YouTube.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna
not-
find it. You're gonna
not
run
gonna-
into it.
Not going to shill too hard. But, yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up. I'll be on commentary tomorrow with Jackzilla. Miles will
I'll be hopefully playing friendlies away from the toilet.
meandering around. That toilet it took a beating in the hotel room.
It did, man.
But, yeah, guys, it was really fun hanging out. Everyone was super cool. So
Until tomorrow.
until tomorrow. Bye, Juna.
Not a Motel 6.
Shout outs to Juna. Everyone follow Juna. He's sick. New Gimmer.
That's the homie. Be on the new Gimmer tip before anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Play us out, Juna.
But then before they had a catchy name for it. For it was fat cats and broke backpacks and cat and wet racks and big bags fat. They know what time it is. They go to dominance, sort of like the lambs of the lyrical standards. The hip hop stand, calling that romancer. Keep the crowd sweating like a techno dancer. Rapping it, old school, that's the definite. Rapping me, it ain't going down like the deficit. Let's get ready, get set, go. The ball will fall off, no one say heck no. Yeah, we do it like no other. Yeah, it's Mega Red and the Superstone Brothers. Yeah. First two, the hurt you, the truth is a virtue. So is patience, till they hate and they break it, better go make it. Never been basic, but here I keep it going. Different, go replacement. Won't be like a player, but no, say the hip niggas, back to Miami, look like eye candy. They keep it going and pull it and keep the rhyme handy. On the top and pull it up like a rabbit on a hat. The magic in the bag, and then I keep it on the going like the magic when I'm shackers and it's flowing. Yo, it's hitting and they gotta be exact. Yeah. Nevertheless, the flow beating into your test. They do it, think competitive stress.